Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Esther. All right, for Nicodemus is up and running. He's the only one who's is up and running. So as we open our labs, I'd like to share a bit on the content that we have for today, but I will not go through. Okay. Iko na console. So what you do, Clinton, so you go start the lab, and then once it's ready, it tells you lab is started. You go to the place written AWS. So that button up top right written AWS, you click it and it's going to take you to the console. All right, for Felix is in creation. Guys, let me know. All right, so we have this document on our canvas. Let me just share my screen. We have this document on our canvas that is provided for us. This one for Introduction to Linux. So I want you guys to read through this document, but I'm going to give you an explanation of everything in a shorter document that I have, because it's going to be much easier for you to understand, especially for those who are not Linux users. So I'm just going to give you a synopsis of whatever this document is saying. And then you can get time and then you're going to go through it. The reason why I do not want to read it, it's because it's taking bits slowly, and I want us to get time to go to our labs. So today we are going, so I already read it for you and summarized it to this, and I hope you guys can see my screen. Let me just, if you can, kindly let me know. So for Brian is ready. All right. All right. Very nice. For those who are not yet done with opening your labs, kindly ensure that your labs are up. Very nice, very nice. Yours shows lab status terminated. Refresh and try again, Purity. All right, so we can, for Basil is ready. For Amy is ready. All right, for Mosembe is still in creation. For Frank is ready. Very nice. All right, so we can start with the brief overview and then we go to our console. And the lab is just 30 minutes. So in the next 15 minutes, somebody remind me. Let me choose someone. Let me choose someone to remind me to start our labs. Who is going to remind me start our labs exactly 15 minutes from now? Let me see. Who do we have here?
Salem has offered himself.
All right. All right. Thank you so much, Salem. Thank you so very much. All right. So let's just get to the content and then we can move ahead. And thank you, Esther. All right. So today we're going to learn Linux. And um, last week we learned about a few OSs that we have. So we said we have Windows. The most common ones are Windows, Linux, and Mac OS. All right. So for today we're going to learn, and for the entire AWS, we're going to learn about Linux. So the reason why we have Linux is because the entire cloud is built on Linux, and you need to interact with if you want to interact with the EC2 instances or even just with the cloud itself. You remember we said that you can interact with the cloud using CLI. CLI uses the Linux language, the Linux OS. So you should be able to actually be able to to code using the shell, bash shell, or whichever shell that you have. And then the entire cloud is built on Linux, and to connect to some of the, even some of the, all right, Purity, just wait for it. All right, so even to connect to some services, for example, like CloudFormation, you need to have to be in your shell, such things. So today we're going to have an introduction to Linux. It's going to be a long ride because Linux is the basis of most computing, most computing professions that we have. For example, if you want to be a DevOps engineer, you have to learn Linux. If you want to be a very good software engineer, definitely you must have learned Linux on the road. It should be very, very easy for you to use Linux. And so today we're just going to start from the very, very basic for those people who have not yet interacted with Linux. And where to start? Let's start by learning what is Linux. Well, most of us may think that Linux is an OS by itself, but essentially Linux is a kernel. So let's go and understand first what is a kernel, what is an OS, are there differences? And to understand that, we should understand the process of powering your computer. And a fun fact on why this is important, there's an interview I went to for a very, very big organization. And the question that I was asked was, what is BIOS and what is the difference between RAM and ROM in the entire process of booting up? So I'd like you to actually understand exactly what goes on behind the machine, under, or what do I say, behind the machine or under your machine or on your machine once you press power button. All right, so we start. The moment that, say you had switched off your machine and you power it on, then we get electrical energy flowing into all the parts of the computer, the hardware, right? And the very first it goes to, it's actually on the ROM. So on the ROM, it's called read-only memory, and it's a chip, and this chip contains a software. All right, it contains a software that holds the booting process. All right, and in fact, I'd rather you listen to me than you look at the notes, because I need you guys to actually understand this entire process. Okay, please go with me. I know this is going to be a bit tough for some of us, especially who are not as technical. So once you power on your machine, we get electrical energy flowing. That's why the moment you power on your machine, you see some lights. Cindy, once you see some lights, there is the ROM chip. So the chip contains the bootloader, the booting process. So there is a software that checks, number one, if everything is working okay. Okay, so do you remember there's a process called power on self-test, the post? So it happens here. You just switch on your machine, and then we have this software, this program stored on the ROM chip that now checks whether everything on your machine is working correctly. So are the memories working correctly? Is the CPU working correctly? Is the mouse working correctly? Is the monitor working correctly? And for those who have issues with their memories, those who have especially like the ROM sticks, you can, well, I don't know if you guys have I don't know if you guys, I know you're Gen Zs, maybe you didn't meet the old generational CPUs that had like two ROM chips, and if one broke down or any broke down, once you power it on, you hear a beeping sound. T T T T T T. It's showing you that it has checked the components and there's an issue with the chip. If a fan has an issue, you're going to hear a very vrooming sound, like vrrr, trying to run the fan and see if it's going to work correctly, you know. And if you guys are using CPUs and or even just machines and you've kept like a lot of stuff and maybe it's dirty, maybe it has dust, your fan might actually overwork, so you'll hear the vrooming sound so much. All this happens during the power on self test. You might not even see anything on your monitor yet as this is going on. So, this is what happens. We are checking if every part of the hardware is working. If it does, then we get the booting process starting. All right. Hi. So if it's starting, we have a program called a bootloader. And then this bootloader, it's the one that's going to actually start the booting process. And it's going to, the booting process now, the booting process is now what is going to actually start your kernel. So in our case, it's the Linux. Linux is a kernel. Someone is unmuted. All right. So the bootloader is going to find your kernel, and then the kernel is the core of the operating system. So think of it as the heart. We as humans, we have hearts, right? And the heart, so the kernel is going to think of it like this. You guys, you're asleep a few hours ago, like let's say 1 or 2 hours ago. The very first thing that you did was your brain first to wake up and it reminds you today is on a Tuesday, you have a class at exactly 8:45. You need to wake up, but can your eyes open? Can you feel your toes? Can your hands, work? Exactly. So the ROM in our brain looks for all these things. Are you functioning correctly? If there's a part of you that is not functioning correctly, you will have started feeling pain the moment you woke up. Okay, that's now the ROM code. It's checking whether all your physical parts are working, your internal organs are working. Say you had tonsils and you wake up. The moment that you wake up and the brain remembers there are tonsils in this body and you're feeling pain, maybe at this point that then you'll start feeling pain on your neck and you can't even talk, something of the sort, but not because the whole of you is working correctly. Then we start the booting process. So it reminds you today is on a Tuesday. You need to wake up. You need to prepare yourself. So lift up your body, take it to the shower, brush your teeth. All these things. It's exactly what happens in our machine in a short way. All right. So our heart now, the kernel, so the kernel is the core of the operating system. So the operating system is like now the Windows, the Mac, and for Linux, it's actually called the GNU, the GNU Linux. All right. So the core of it is called Linux and it starts the OS, and now you can be able to see your monitor light up, you can see your mouse light up, you can see the keyboard light up, and you can even tararara and input your password. You know, that's the booting, the kernel. And then the OS now gives you yes. So now in the OS now you can be able to enter your password. You can, I don't know for Linux users, for those who have Linux, when your machine is booting, you see long lines of code. You see long lines of code running on your monitor. You've just powered it on. You've not even entered your password. But first first takes a bit of a time, say like a second or two, and then you see long lines of code. So it's doing this entire process. And then once it's ready, that's when now you can see your operating system. Now that's when you can see the graphical part telling you that you can enter your password, choose your user and enter the password. So that's the entire process of the booting process. I hope everyone is good. So like we learned, the kernel is the, all right, Amy. So the kernel is the core of the OS. It actually belongs to the operating system. The kernel is the one that now is the one that helps with communication between the hardware and the OS. The OS itself cannot communicate with the hardware. So we have a kernel. This kernel is the one that enables the communication between the operating system and the hardware. For example, it's the one that helps with communication between your mouse and your OS. It helps communication between your keyboard, your memory, your storage with your OS, right? And users do not interact with the kernel. No one actually sees the kernel. No one can interact with the kernel. But then OS is the one that now helps us to be able to talk to our computer. So we can be able to see, for example, that now you would be able to enter your user and password. You'd be able to choose the applications that you want, you know, all those. And it also includes the kernel. At the middle part of it, at the core of it, we have the kernel. And we interact with the OS every single day that you're interacting with your computer. Right. So you guys, you know that, I don't know, for those who did introduction to computers way back in the days, we remember that we were told that computer only understands zeros and ones, the binary language, right? And as we are communicating with our computers every single day, say you're typing something, you're searching something, first what happens is whatever we are texting, whatever we are typing, will be converted to binary language, to machine understandable language. And that's what we call compiling. So for example, you go to your command line, to your shell, and you type ls. What happens is this ls that you've typed will be converted to machine language so that the computer can actually understand what is it that you're saying. All right. And that's what we call compiling. Welcome to Linux now officially. So number one, Linux was created by someone called Linus Torvald. And by then, he had just graduated from uni. And then by then there was this operating system called Unix. And Unix was not open source, it wasn't accessible to people. Say for example, what we have right now, say like Windows. Windows is not accessible to everyone. You have to buy it in some way, right? You have to purchase some applications if you want. But then this Linus guy created his own kind of Unix operating system and he called it Linux. All right. His name is Linus. He created Linux. He was fresh from uni. So it's okay. You can try and create your own operating system. We will support you. All right. So the whole operating system of Linux, it contains these things. All right. It contains the Linux kernel, the one that I've told you. It's the core of the operating system. And then the GNU. The GNU for Linux is what we call the operating system. That's why you'll hear people say the operating system is actually called GNU Linux, GNU Linux, GNU/Linux, because GNU is the one that holds these things that you can interact with, the functions, the utilities, and everything, just the OS. And then it needs the kernel, so the Linux kernel. That's why they call it the GNU Linux. And then we have the shell. So this shell is the one that helps you now interact with your Linux, with the OS. So the shell enables you to enter your commands. All right. And then we have now graphical desktop environments. So people using Windows and Mac, already their operating systems come with a graphical user interface with a GUI. But for people with Linux, ours does not come automatically with graphical desktop environments. So what happens is you decide whether you're going to use a, I don't want to say GNOME because that's how it's actually pronounced, whether it's going to go for the GNOME or the KDE. So for the ones that go for the GNOME, it's actually pronounced GNOME. I feel so odd. Only that I want you guys to understand. For those who go for the GNOME, they get a very simplified operating system, a graphical user interface. So for example, let me show you what I have on my end. Let me show you guys how my operating system looks like. And then you might understand what we mean with the GNOME. Yeah, let me just share the entire screen. And I share. All right. So this is how my screen actually is forever and ever. So the moment I start it up, I get to see this blank screen. If I want to see anything, I just press the windows and I can see just um, the few applications that I interact with on a daily. If I want to see more, I can actually search, or I just scroll and I'll see the ones that have been installed. I hope you guys have seen. So that's what we mean with the GNOME. I hope you guys have seen. Okay. So I'll just go ahead and share the notes now. And someone is not muted. Hamuogopi kumwaga mtama. Hamuogopi kuchoma. Kindly do not spill your secrets to us. Oh, thank you, Salem. Thank you, Salem. Let me just start my lab. Everybody just start your labs. Thank you, Salem. Mohammed, utachoma. Mohammed Bashir. All right. So now that you've understood what GNOME is, the other desktop environment is called KDE. So KDE Plasma is more graphical. It's more like Windows, the Windows OS. You see the way you guys, for those who have Windows or Mac, you have icons for everything. You can see them on your desktop. I actually do not use desktop. My desktop is plain blank. So you can just go to the desktop and see a whole lot of icons, you know. So KDE Plasma mimics the graphical environment of Windows. I hope you guys have understood the difference between GNOME and KDE, right? And after the desktop environments, now we have the software applications. Now, for example, like Edge, Chrome, for those who use Chrome, Zoom, VS Code. So those are what, that's what that makes up the entire Linux system. So Ganio is a recursive name that stands for GNU's is not Unix. So this Linus guy was very angry with Unix because Unix, it wasn't open source. You can't use it in a lot of stuff. You have to pay for it. So he said, wait, I'm just going to create something eerily similar to Unix, and I'm going to call it Linux, right? Linus, but he removed his S and akeka the X Unix, right? So he created something so close to Unix, very, very close to Unix, and then he made it open source. So now developers can go build on it. That's why we have a lot of distros, like you'll hear people having different distributions of Linux, because even you here in this class, if you want to go and build on GNU, go sort yourself out. You go build on Linux. It's okay. All right. So yes, so that's about GNU. And yeah, it actually enables us to be able to interact with softwares and whatever we have. So it includes the Bash shell, compilers and editors, system libraries, and core utilities. And these ones you're going to interact them with them as you proceed with Linux. And thanks to AWS, we can actually have a few services that enable us to interact with Linux. So if you don't have Linux on your machine, with AWS, you can be given an entire shell to run around with. All right. So we have Bash. You could have heard us talking about shell. So what is shell? I'll have to share my entire screen again. I'm so sorry. Let me just share my entire screen and introduce you guys to the Bash. Right. So right here, if you can see my screen, I have something called the terminal. So once I open the terminal, all right, so I hope you guys can see the terminal. It's the one on my left. So once I have my terminal here, you can type all your commands. So for those who do not have or actually prefer not using graphicals, like not using directly applications. Say for example, I've showed you guys here, I have a file manager. Ours actually has a name, I've forgotten to check for you. So this is where we access our files. So for those of us who don't actually feel like accessing our files and everything, what you can do, or even just doing anything on your machine, you have a bash shell. So bash stands for born again shell, all right? For born again shell. And on this shell, it helps you now interact with your machine using commands. For example, here I can write ls, and it's going to list all the things that I have on my homepage. I can type clear, sorry. I can tap clear and it's going to erase everything. I can type mkdir for making directory. ls stands for listing. So if you want to see everything that you have in a specific directory is what we call folder. All right. Sharon, kindly mute yourself. And Mohammed, mute yourself. All right. All right. So uh, in Windows, we have folders, but then in Linux, instead of calling them folders, we call them directories. All right. So you can create your own directory by just typing mkdir, and let me go to my downloads. Doesn't have a lot of things. So if you want to change from one folder to another, you just type cd, change directory, and then you type the name of the folder you want to go to. Like now, currently, I'm on my downloads folder. If I want to make, if let's say I want to make a directory, mkdir, I want to make a new folder. The way you guys right click and then say create new folder, as we can just type it, we just write mkdir and then I can say new. I can just call it new. And when I list, I'm going to see my new written here. All right. Yes, so that's how we interact with it. This is called the bash shell. It's called born again shell. And using shell is how we interact with our operating system, away now from using it now graphically. And I hope you guys have understood. I hope you've understood up to there. Let me know if you have. Very nice. Awesome. All right. So we can proceed. We are almost done. I've already explained the norm, and I've already explained the norm NKD plasma for you guys. Now we go to the distros. So the distros or other distributions, these are the different types of packages that we have for Linux. All right. So you'd hear someone saying of Ubuntu, another person saying Debian, another one saying CentOS, another one saying Z Shell. Different distros. Sorry, not Z Shell. So different distros that we have for Linux. So remember I told you that Linux is open source, and different people can create their own distributions. So a distribution now contains everything in a Linux, but then they create now a unique way for them to interact with their Linux. All right. For example, for those who use Ubuntu, Ubuntu is a bit more user friendly. It's like once when you're leaving Windows, the easiest place to actually start from is Ubuntu because it's more or less like it's more or less like Windows. And even if it's norm-based, it actually has more icons that you can interact with. It even has a desktop. It's more user-friendly. Then we have all these other distros. So distributions, imagine this as we have Coca-Cola. Okay, let me not even say Coca-Cola. Oh my goodness, I might be hungry. Let's talk of cars, all right? So we have, say, the entire time we were talking about a Toyota, right? And we know a Toyota car must come with a steering wheel, must come with an engine, must come with a gearbox, must come with chairs, must come with a dashboard, must come with a windscreen, all those things. So all those things are these things that make up a Linux. So all these things that make up a car are all these things that make up Linux. All right. Now, for Toyota, we've already now made a car, but um, Toyota, the company says, instead of making all the cars the same, why can't we have smaller cars so we can have something like and we can also have bigger cars. So we can have something like a Camry. We can also have something like a Corolla. We can have another distro called Land Cruiser. We can have another distro called Veloz. All these are Toyotas, but they come with different distributions. So I hope you guys have understood about distros. If you haven't, let me know. If you have, let me know. And the reason why they make different distros is because different distros actually do different things. For example, mine is a Debian. And the reason why Debian is used commonly is because it's more stable. It doesn't have like a lot of releases or even updates that can, render you unstable. Reason why people go for Ubuntu, it's because it's easy to use. Reason why people go for Kali Linux, specifically made for people who do a lot of hacking, cybersecurity stuff. Then there are people who go for Arch Linux, there are people who go for Mint, all these things. So it's like asking someone, where did you go for a Beats instead of a Land Cruiser? Hmm? Mifuko is different also. So in Linux, we use there is different OSs, different distros for different functions. For example, for a new user, it will be very hard to go from Windows to Kali Linux because why? You're not, if you're not going to do cybersecurity, there's no point of going to go through Kali Linux. You can go to Ubuntu, you can go to Debian. Debian is a bit more stable, but also needed if you have a little bit of experience with Linux, because we also don't have a lot of graphical stuff. All right, so I hope you guys have understood how all these things comes together. And if you have Linux, let me know what distro are you using. Gideon is using Fedora. Anthony is in Ubuntu. Gideon and Nicodemus are in Fedora. Alex is in Ubuntu. Very nice. Anyone else in Linux? John Paul is using, our Pope is using Ubuntu. Salem is on Kali, but on WSL. Very nice. All right. Interesting. Pleasure to meet you guys, my Linux people. So now next, I want us to jump quickly into the labs. I hope you all started your labs again so that time doesn't end on us. So I'm just going to stop sharing this screen. I'm going to share my entire screen so that we move together. And Patrick is going to guide those who are using Windows.
Joy,
Yes.
I have a question.
All right.
My lab is still in cleanup since yesterday.
And which lab are you using today?
The Linux lab. I
And
wanted to
have you tried?
redo, I wanted to
Mhm.
redo yesterday's lab, but it showed me that the account is still in cleanup, even today.
All right. You can try hard refresh, Control Shift R, or try go to another browser, or try using the incognito way someone told us yesterday. Just try either of those. All right.
I
So,
have the lab for yesterday due to the cleanup issue. It has stuck there since yesterday. Same for me.
all right. Sorry for that, guys. So try the maybe using a different a different browser, or try using the incognito way, but also hard refresh. I don't know why. You can just give it like the you can just try and give it like time, the 30 minutes. I'm not so sure why it's doing that. All right, so Amy is in the lab already. So let's access denied. Why? What are you doing? Where's my phone? Let me check what Amy is saying. Um, Let me just join. Yeah.
Recording in progress.
All right, Amy, kindly send the photo again on the service catalog. Kindly send me the photo again. All right, Amy. All right, guys. Amy, let's just go together. You can click EC2. All right, let me share my screen. I'll follow the comments. It now shows that account still in cleanup. Leonard, you're also having a problem.
Yeah, I think I'm getting the same error.
And from you haven't like, I hope the timer hadn't like gone to 00.
For today's lab,
Yeah.
I mean for today's lab program,
For today's lab,
like the question that you were asking about the timer going to 00. Are you referring to today's lab?
yes. Or the lab that you had
Oh.
opened.
Okay, let me check it.
All right. So guys, for those of you whose accounts are still in cleanup, you can wait for it or just hard refresh or try using another browser or going through the incognito way. And for those of us with enough time, okay, those of us who'd already started your labs, kindly start it again so that you get enough time. On my end, I have 40 minutes and I believe it will be enough. So for today's lab, we want to be able to SSH into an instance, all right? And for those with Linux, you can do so on your shell, on your bash. And for those with Windows, for those with Linux and Mac, you can use your shells. Mac, I know you use Z shells, and everyone else on Linux you use bash. So go to your shells. That's what you're going to be using today. For those with Windows, you are going to use PuTTY, and Patrick is going to explain it to us in just a few. So guys, I need you to go to EC2 and then to instances. All right, kindly go to EC2 and then to instances. And then you let me know if you can see an instance. Let me just have this here so that I see what you guys are saying. Ivy, you're also getting the same error. Purity, we're on the lab for introduction to Linux. Let me see. I can see an instance. Okay, Gideon can see an instance. Anyone else? Type for me if you can see an instance. And I don't want to leave anyone behind because already, if you are doing the labs with us from today, you've already done the 3 labs that you've been doing. Frank can see Mosembi. Go to your console, look for EC2 instance, EC2, and then look for instances. I showed you how to do that yesterday. Musembi, you're on Windows, you'll be showed how by Patrick. Abby can see an instance. Fun, same is for what? Fun and mute and tell us. Same is for what? Someone asked Fun if that's her real name. Oh, you can see an instance, okay. All right, so if you guys can see an instance, I need you to select that instance. All right. I need you to select that instance and scroll down. You're going to see your public IPv4. All right. So anytime that you want to access your instance from anywhere, either either SSH, HTTP, anywhere, you use the public IP addresses. All right. So now that you can see this, what we are going to do, let me just see. So for those who have downloaded, which lab is this? Sharon, Introduction to Linux. Amy, you have 2 what? what tool do you have? 2 machines, 2 mice. Do I call mice or mouses? 2 keyboards, 2 consoles. What tool do you have? Let me know. What tool do you have? Two images or 2 instances. Amy, kindly unmute and talk to me. I am not understanding you.
Hello.
Hi.
On the instances part, I have like 2 command hosts. One is running, the other one is terminated. So I
Okay.
was just confirming which one to choose.
All right. Use the running one. So guys, on the Vocarium, where we start our labs, we have this part written details. Can you guys see? You can start your labs if you have a few minutes left. Can you guys see these details right here? Kindly click that. Click that details tab, and then click here written show. And what we want to be able to download our PEM files and our PPK files. So for those of us who are using Linux and Mac OS, when you go to the details and then show, you're going to download your PEM files, all right? And then you're going to save it as labuser.pem, exactly like what we've been told right here. So go to the details, scroll down on AWS, click show, download the PEM file for those on Linux. For those on Windows, download the PPK. All right. Those on Windows, download PPK. Those on Linux and Mac, download PEM. Those on Linux, download PEM files. Those on Windows, download PPK. And ensure that you have your PuTTY ready. Now, for your running instance, I need you to come and copy your IPv4 address. This is what we're going to be using. And we are going to go to our downloads. So for those on Linux, go to your downloads, use your bash. You can, yeah, so ours was saved as labsusers.pem. So go to downloads, and then I need you to type these. So what this means is that, so we have this command written, mod or chmod. This actually means change mode. It's for changing the rights of our file. You see right here, we have the file that we downloaded called labuser.pem. Okay. We want to make it read only. We don't want to be like, we don't want to write on it. We don't want to change anything. No, we want to change it to read only. So for Linux users, you know that when it comes to Linux, the rights that your permissions that you give to files is very important. So the permissions that we're giving this labuser.pem file is we just want it to be read only. All right. So you're going to change the mode, change mode, give it the permission number 400 labuser.pem. You can just copy it from number 18. Once you've done that, click enter, and you're not going to see anything because it has been changed. And then for those on Linux still, kindly copy this command. So ssh-i labuser.pem. So our file key EC2 user at, and then you come and copy the public IPv4 address. After the at, you paste it there. So it should read as ssh-i and then labuser.pem space ec2-user at, and then your public IPv4 address. How many are not with me for those on Linux? For those on Windows, right now, Patrick is coming to you. Right this minute, I want to first finish up with this for Linux. Those on Linux, have you finished? Talk to me. All right. Let me see who told me they use Linux. Those on Linux, talk to me. Are you here with me?
No.
People? Okay, Sharon.
I'm a bit lost. I'm still on console home.
Okay, Sharon, are you using Windows or Linux?
I'm using Mac, so Linux, I guess.
Oh, okay, you're using Mac. So come here to the details on your Vocarium. Can you see where my mouse is?
Yeah.
Brian, all right, for everyone on Windows, kindly wait. I'm going to invite Patrick after I've finished with people on Mac and Linux. So for those on Mac and Linux, come here on your Vocarium. You click on details, and then Sharon, can you see somewhere written AWS and then with the show button?
Yes.
Click on the show button, and then you're going to see download PEM. All right.
Yeah.
Click on it. It's going to download a labuser.pem file.
It has downloaded.
All right. Go to your shell, to the Z shell.
So let me cancel this to the
Z shell. Everyone on Linux and Mac, kindly follow us through.
Where is the Z shell? I can't see it.
Have you used anytime have you ever used command line on your Mac?
Yeah.
How do you access it?
Command. I just dial command.
All right. So for those on Linux, go to your terminal, and then once you're there, you type cd, and then you go to your downloads folder. CD downloads, press enter, and then you're going to copy the commands on number 18 and 19. Kindly refresh your labs, guys. Kindly start your labs. Thank you, Salem. So, Sharon, where are you? Have you typed CD downloads?
No.
Or what's going on?
It's telling me an error has occurred. No, what I've done.
When you're using your command line on your Mac, I don't know if anyone else has a Mac to help her through with the commands. Anyone else on Mac? Let me see. Anyone else? Sharon, do you know like the using the language for your command line. I know like for Windows is different. The PowerShell has a different language than what we have on Bash. So is it the same as yours?
Yeah, you command and then you say
All
what you
right.
want, like command C, command like that. I don't know if that is what you're asking.
Yes. So I need you to, on your command line, you
Yeah,
go to your downloads folder,
yeah.
and then maybe you can ask let me see. Let me ask Copilot to maybe you can ask Copilot on all right, so we are told you go to command plus space. Let me paste this on the chat. Sharon, I'm pasting for you the commands on the chat.
Okay.
And then you're going, okay, Sharon,
Yeah,
when you get to here, user at, all right,
yeah.
user at, you're going to go to the EC2 instance and you're going to enter your IPv4 address. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
so those are the commands. Kindly do that and let me know. All right, who else has an issue? Mac and Linux users. And then once you do that, after you've entered your IP address, kindly type yes. You're going to be asked. You're going to be asked whether you want to continue connecting. Just say yes, and then all right. I think I've said a bit. So just say yes and then proceed. You're going to connect to the SSH. For Linux users, I hope you're there. Patrick, kindly come and guide those of us in Windows. I can just stop sharing my screen. Patrick,
Okay. Hi, Joy.
hi.
Mhm.
Let me know if you have oh sorry Sharon. Amy, I do not know if you have a problem.
Mhm.
All right. So Sharon, you can just lower your hand. Patrick, let me know if you can share your screen.
Yes, I can. Just
All
give me
right.
a second. Shh. What did I share? Let me unshare first. Unshare. Which screen are you guys seeing? Are you seeing my console?
Yes, we are seeing your console.
Okay, sawa. So we are going to go through the lab, specifically the Windows bit, this one. I believe this is it. Yes. So this is lab 1, introduction to Amazon Linux, Amazon Machine image MI. So we are going to look at this, what were Windows. So we are going to configure PuTTY. I hope you guys have downloaded PuTTY. So let me just get my PuTTY. I think I downloaded it. Here it is. So this is how PuTTY looks like. This is how PuTTY looks like. For guys on Windows, this is how PuTTY looks like. So we are going to follow some set of instructions that was shared to us when we were doing the, what is it that we were doing? We were doing, sorry. So when we were doing the, in the sandbox environment, when we are doing the introductions. So that's what we are going to be following. First of all, just to configure PuTTY before we go to the lab, because in the lab, we don't have these instructions. So we are told that these instructions are specifically for Windows users. If you are using macOS or Linux, skip. So download PuTTY. We've already downloaded it. This will enable us to SSH into the Amazon EC2 instance. And if you don't have PuTTY, we've been instructed to download it there. So we've opened our PuTTY.exe file, as you can see. Now we are going to configure PuTTY timeout to keep the PuTTY session open for a longer period of time. So this is why we configure the time purpose of make sure that it stays on for a longer period of time. So they say select selection, select session, not selection, select session, that is session. Then, sorry, okay, select connection. I'm so sorry. So select connection. Once you've selected connection, you'll come and adjust these seconds between keep alives. Seconds between keep alives, and we've been instructed to change it to 30. So we're just going to write 30 here. I hope you guys are following. If I'm going too fast, you tell me so that I slow down. Then you configure your PuTTY session. We are going to configure our PuTTY session. So we select session, this one, selected, and then host name or IP address. So our host name or IP address, we will go back to our terminal, to our console, where we have this thing running. And let me just check the minutes I have. Let me start lab again so that it goes back to, yeah, awesome. We have the full hour, but we'll finish faster. So, so we are going to our lab, to our console. Let me open another one. Here is the console. So the console is opening. And similar to all the other processes that the guys on Linux and Mac did, we will go to our EC2. So we go to our EC2. And then we are going to pick the IP address of our EC2. So instances, we have an instance running here. So good, it's loading. So this one it is, this is our command host. And then this is the public IP address that we want, this public IPv4 address. So we copy that, and then we go back to our, to this. Then let me also open my notes. Okay, so we are told, we have selected session, hostname or IP address, paste the public DNS or IPv4 address of the instance you created. So we are going to paste it here. This is where we are going to paste it, right there. And then back in PuTTY, okay, all this. So tab copy IPv4 value. Okay, sawa. So back in PuTTY, in the connection list, expand SSH. So this is the connection list. We are going to take SSH and expand it. Once you've expanded SSH, select out and don't expand it. So select out and don't expand it. Select browse. So there has been some changes in PuTTY. So you'll need to expand this so that you get exactly what you need. And what you need is this, the credentials bit. So you'll expand auth, ignore this, don't expand it. You'll expand auth so that we get this, this dialog box coming here. This dialog coming here, and then browse to and select the lab .ppk file used for the instance. You remember Joy instructed us to download the ppk file. So we are going to browse and get where it is. So you click browse here. When you click browse, it will bring you to this place. Was it ppk? I believe PuTTY. Yes, here it is.
Patrick,
Yes. Hello? Someone has called me?
unaenda mbio sana.
Naenda mbio.
Kwa house hata sijaona kitu. I'm still searching for the house.
Una search out. Okay. So for as many as have been left behind, please raise your hand. Kama uko on Windows na nimekuacha nyuma kabisa. Nataka kujua nimewaacha wapi. Nani ako nyuma kabisa? We Naboth, na umenyamaza tu. Sei bana, jiongelele. Ami, we, okay. Poleni bas. Poleni. So, wewe umesema umebakia kwa auth, So, let me see. Nimeona watatu, so I'm going to address the three. I'm assuming that the rest are with me. So I'm going to address the three.
Hello.
Purity.
Nimebaki hapa kwa public IP address.
Umbaki kwa public IP address?
Yes.
Sawa. Wewe kwa public IP address is okay. It's okay. So, at least all of us have PuTTY. That's number one. All of us have PuTTY. Here to establish. So, let me look at these steps. Public IP address. Wote tumeshaweka hii nini? Keeper lives. I believe tumeka Keeper lives. Kama umeka Keeper live, let's turn on a thumbs up. Especially the people that we are wanyameniambia wako nyuma. Keeper lives, Musembi. Sawa. Amy. Purity. Keeper live uliweka?
Yeah.
Okay, Naboth.
Yes.
Okay, sawa. So, configure your PuTTY session. Select session, and then up until Purity umesema uko hapa kwa hostname. So, kwa hostname utaenda kwa instance yako yenye ulikuwa umeanzisha. Your instance, not yenye umeanzisha, instance yenye imekuwa provisioned for you. This instance has already been provisioned for you, so you will select it. You will tick. Utaitik. Hiyo ndo kuselect. Ukishaitik, this ka box hapa chini, this ka section hapa chini yenye kuna command host and all this other stuff, all this itakufungukia. Now you'll be able to see the public IPv4 address. Purity, confirm to me kama tuko hapo.
Yes.
Okay, then you click this thing that looks like two squares on top of each other to copy. So uta click. Ukiklik inakwambia hapa public IPv4 address copied. Pamoja?
Yes.
Okay, then ukisha copy unarudi kwa PuTTY yako. You come back to your PuTTY. Ukuja kwa PuTTY, what you'll need to do, tumekuja kwa PuTTY, so tutaenda kwa connection. Connection. This is the connection tab. This is the connection tab. So you'll click it. Uki-click, wanasema in the connection list, expand SSH. So connection, chini yake unaona kuna SSH. So hapa SSH wanakwambia you expand. Initially SSH inakaa hivyo. Ku expand ni ku-click, inafungua all these other details that are below it. Sawa. So ukisha click alafu ikafungua hizo place, utatafuta penye auth iko tena chini ya SSH. Nimeclick auth. Tuko hapo pamoja? Purity?
Hebu rudia tuone.
So chenye unafanya unakuja kwa connection. Unaona connection kwa mashine yako, kwa PuTTY yako? Unaona connection?
Yes.
Hebu click on connection. Ukiclick connection, ndani yake nafaa uone SSH. Unaona SSH?
Yes.
Aya, click hiyo SSH, kuna plus hapa kando yake. Click hiyo SSH ifunguke.
Yeah.
Ikifunguka, angalia tena chini ya SSH kunafaa kuwa na auth, AUTH. Unaona auth?
Yes.
Haya, kwa auth, hiyo auth instruction inasema don't expand it, but nawaambia puti ilichenjiwa, so hiyo authorization whatever we need iko ndani ya auth, so itabidi click auth. Ebu click your auth, unafaa uone credential na GSS API. Niambie kama unaona hiyo.
Nimeona.
Good. So kwanza kabla tusonge, Musembi, tuko pamoja sasa? Ulikuwa mbaki kwa auth?
Yes, yes.
Good. So click on credentials. Kila mtu click on credentials. Kidogo tu. Just a second. Kuna step nimeruka ya purity. Just give me a second. Let me get how to get back to it. Hostname, paste. Okay. Okay, ndarudisha tu kwa connection, but for the sake of purity acha turudi nyuma kidogo. Purity. Pale juu kabisa unaona session. Sidhani kama ngoja IPv4 yenye tumecopy. Tumepaste na wewe kweli? Purity, tumeipaste. Purity?
No.
Sawa. Hiyo ni rahisi. Okay. Enda kwa sessions pale juu kabisa, click on sessions. Umeona sessions?
Yeah.
Alafu unaona kuna box imefunguka hapa inakwambia hostname or IP address, eh? So unaiona?
Yeah.
Kwa hii box hapa ndani, hapa penye na click hapo alafu paste your IP address hapo ndani. Hiyo ndo tulikuwa tumeruka. Sorry. Paste na weke hapo ndani. Umesha? Sawa. Kama umesha, that's okay. Then turudi kwa connection yetu. Kwa connection ndani ya SSH, ndani ya auth tulikuwa kwa credentials. So nataka tuhakikishe tuko kwa credentials wote. Purity, nikonfirmie kama umerudi kwa credentials.
Yes.
Okay, sawa. Then kwa credentials unaona hapo naambiwa public key authentication. So kuna ile file yenye tulikuwa tumedownload, Joel tuambia download na tukai-download. So utafinya hapa browse. Unaona browse, kila mtu finya hapa browse hapa kwa private key for authentication. Click on the browse. Itakuuliza penye file yako ilikuwa. So file yangu ndio hii hapa. My ppk file is here. No, this is my ppk file. So utai-click kui-select, alafu seme open. Na italetwa hapo. Nataka kujua kama tuko pamoja Purity, Daniel, Napo, Emi.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, una click hapa browse. Unaona? Tuko kwa hii window, eh? Unaona hapa kwa private key file, una click browse. Ukisha click browse, itakufungulia ka dialog box yenye inakuonyesha files zako zenye ziko kwa computer. So wewe ndio unajua ulidownload hiyo file ikaenda wapi. Utanavigate ufike penye ulidownload uiselect. So mimi yangu nilidownload imekuja kwa downloads, ndio hii hapa. So ndai select. Umeona vile nimeiselect? Purity.
Yes.
Alafu na nikasema open. Nikisema open inaletwa hapo. Hivyo tu. Umeweza kufanya hiyo?
Yeah.
Okay. Sawa. So ukishafanya hivyo unakuja na kliki open. Unaona hapa? Let me just confirm. PPK file for instance, select open to select it and select open again. So hii open ya pili ndio hii hapa. So we select this open. Ndio hiyo nakwambia the host key is not cached for this system. Usijali kuhusu hii mambo yote, iko sawa. Wewe sema tu accept. Sawa? Sema tu accept. Na utaona hapa itakwambia
Patrick, kindly
Yes.
your step.
Sorry?
Kindly repeat your step.
Wololo, that step. Repeating that step means I go back again. Back again because I've already clicked it. Just a second. Aha. Umekwama wapi, Abby?
So for me, I have a question. After tunafanya click browse, tunafanya kwenda.
Ukiclick browse inafai kupeleke kwa itakufungulia ka dialog box Your dialog box within
Yes.
it utaona the files that are in your local machine in your local machine. So we mwenyewe ndio unajua the file that you downloaded, the PPK file that you downloaded, wewe ndio unafaa ujue iko wapi. Kama iko kwa desktop, navigate to desktop and find that key. Kama iko kwa downloads, go to downloads. Kama iko kwa documents, go to documents. Then find that key and select it. You understand? Tumeelewa hapo kweli?
Yes. So for me, yes. So I have already selected it. Na ikafanya kujieka kwa private key. So from there now I am trying to ask where do I click?
Hapo chini kwa the same dialog box where we were, there's a place penye imeandika open chini. Are you seeing open?
Oh, chini.
Open.
Okay.
Unaona open? Ebo click on open uniambie kama inakuleta kwa hii window yenye niko.
Ndio imenileta the host key is not cached for this server.
Oh, what has happened to my
Same thing as me.
Inakwambia hivyo, si ndio? So say accept. Just accept. Ignore that warning. I think I've been logged out because nimezuba, but ni sawa tu. I think I've been logged out. Abby, umesaidika?
Niko sawa, thank you.
Okay. Amy?
Patrick.
Yes.
Yeah, I think nimeselect ikanifungulia console. And then naona PuTTY fatal error, remote side unexpectedly connected lost.
Brian, please mute. Sijakusikia vizuri. Ever repeat what you just said?
I said ilinifungulia console ya PuTTY. But then naona nimepewa a fatal error due to network connection.
Same. Pia mimi nimepata the same. Just give me a second. I do something. EC2 dash user. Problem C the lab. Just a second. Control X. Where is my PuTTY? This is it. So this is inactive. Okay. Just a second. Okay, we are going to redo it. This is lab inaendanga hivyo, so msijali sana.
I have a question.
Yes. Oh, by the way, ngoja kwanza, Purity. Before you ask, I want to ask you, alafu ask, wewe pia umepata hiyo fatal error ama hauja click open?
Iko sawa.
Wewe uko sawa?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now, hebu ask your question.
Kwa nini nikirudi mahali kama console, my PuTTY inapotea?
Yeah, PuTTY yako inapotea kwa sababu PuTTY is a nini, how do you call it? It is like a program yenye iko jani. Si unajua ni kama kawaida vile unatumianga mashini yako. If you have a small program running on top of another window, if you open that different window, hiyo program yenye uko nayo ni kama inafunikwa na hii window kubwa, lakini utaipata hapa chini kwa task manager. Unaona hapa kwa task manager, unafaa kuipata hapa chini. Unaona? So anytime you want to come back to it, enda hapo kwa task manager utaipata hapo. Utaiclick na itarudi tu na utaweza kuitumia. Unaiona? Unaona kwa task manager yako? Just that. Okay, nani hajapata fatal error? Nani yako kwa Windows na hajapata fatal error? Ameweza kwenda kwa the black screen na hakuna fatal error. In fact, I think what I should have asked when we were beginning, ningejua ni watu wangapi wanatumia Windows. Inaonekana watu wengi hapa wako kwa Linux. Hebu to move pamoja. Nani ajapata fatal error? Yani puti yake bado ina run, the black screen bado ina run. Abi? Nabo?
Mimi nimepata fatal error.
Same here.
Abi? Fatal. Fatal error. Dan? Dan ulipata fatal, si ndio?
Same to me.
Me too. Mine is inactive.
Yeah, nilipata fatal error.
Wewe. Okay. Kila mtu akona fatal error. Aya. Give me a sec. Give me a second. Give me just a second. Sijui niseme tuje tunasimanga tukienda kufanya presentation kwanza. Yes.
Sis Joy, let me ask, are you getting an error after Meka the IP address?
Yes. So I IP address lazima mpaka iwekwe, si ndio?
All right. So what if we create a new instance? And then I can create a new instance and then I share with you the IP address. And then for Brian, yours is still working. So maybe we can create a new instance and then we use that IP address if it's bringing an issue.
About try creating an IP. So you are creating it outside the lab environment.
Actually, we'll no, on the lab actually. For those using Linux, did you get an error? Anyone who got an error?
Because because another workaround. Ebu in the meantime, just create that instance.
All right, I'm going to create one instance for the Linux users with a PEM, and then I'm going to create another one for Windows users with a PPK.
A PPK. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, just give us a second. In the meantime, Brian, let me see.
Yeah.
You have shared something. Let me see how it looks like. You know if that is what you are expecting. Hey, this thing is hard. So, ebu andika hapo, Brian, hapo kwa login as andika EC2-user. And then enter, uone na kupeleka wapi. That's what we were expecting.
Patrick.
Yes.
Iliniletea the same, but then the interruption came a few seconds later.
A few seconds later.
Yeah. Sikuwa nimeandika the user, but yeah. Ilikuwa imeleta warning already. Yeah.
I saw the same even for me. Pia mimi niliona.
After loading the file.
Yes. Pia mimi niliona the same. My phone is off. Pia mimi niliona the same. Just a second.
Patrick.
Yes.
Hey, mi nimepotea. Like nikijaribu siwezi hata access my console on my side. Sasa hata sijui niko wapi. Nimepotea.
Umepotelea wapi? Niambie penye umepotelea ndio tujue tutakusaidia aje. Tukurudishe
Napata
kwa
console.
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 Okay. So, give me a second. Just a second. I wish nini ingekuwa inakubali watu wana share screen bila mambo mingi, ingekuwa rahisi. Mtu akipotea na share screen tunamsort na tunasonga because hizi vitu
Patrick, nimeweka all participants can share screen.
All participants, sawa.
Yeah.
So huyo nani alikuwa anasema mpotea ni Brian?
Yeah, ni mimi.
Ebu, can you share your screen?
Okay, sawa.
The easiest way to understand is by me seeing where you are at.
Bado sioni option. Oh, nimeona. Sawa.
Umeona? Share your screen. Let's see. Oh, so this is your screen. All right. Aya, hebu click hapo start lab tena upate uongezewe time. Sikuwe kicked out mapema. Okay, good. Super. So, now, this is where we are at. So, ulikuwa umedownload PPK tayari?
Nini
Unaona
hiyo?
hapa download PPK. Ulikuwa umedownload?
Hapana, sikuwa nimedownload.
Click download.
Okay, nimedownload. Download.
Sawa, ndio hiyo iko downloaded Then, uko na nini? Uko na puti kwa mashini yako?
Yeah, niko nayo ndio hii.
Aya, fungua puti. So let me
Ilikuwa
get
ready
my...
nisha set time.
Ulikuwa umeset time?
Yeah.
Sawa. So twende kwa AWS console yako. So AWS console finya nini? Finya pale AWS, click on AWS pale juu. That one. Guys, let us watch what we are doing here. Then wacha imalize. Finya EC2. EC2. Unaweza type hapo juu ama unaweza kuja hapa chini penye no recently visited services. Kuna penye maandika hapo EC2, S3. Yeah, click on that. That's a shortcut. So give it a minute. Instance running. Let's see if you have an instance that is running. You don't have an instance that is running?
Yeah.
Which lab is this?
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, guys, when you're doing labs, make sure you're doing the right lab for the right nibure, because unajua they are provisioning different services for different labs. So use the right lab. The right lab. Haina shida. Tuko tu sawa. Hata kama unaona you are in a wrong lab, but we are not going to change. Just go back to your EC2. We tried to go back to your console. We try doing something and see. Ka uko na permission.
Yes,
Patrick?
Yes.
Will it be easier we all create the EC2 instances?
We all create the EC2 instances?
Yeah.
I was thinking that because even in my demo, what I had planned to do, I wanted us to create an EC2 instance, and then we create an EC2 instance, even show them how to create the key pair.
The key pair, yeah.
Because yesterday when we were doing it, we chose the option proceed without.
All right, so we can just start with, we can just do that.
Yes. So someone is asking, we should start lab, right? Yeah, if anytime unaona time inaenda kuisha, just start the lab iko tu sawa. So guys, you can follow in your own machines. If you don't mind, you can follow in your own machines as I guide Nani. This is Brayo.
Yeah.
Okay, sawa. So Brian, instance test equal to running. Unaona your X, click on that X. That is used to filter. Just click it, ikuache bila mambo mingi. Then now we are going to create a new instance, and now I'm going to guide you on the steps to do it. Guys, pay attention here. And before we continue, who was it that successful? The other Brian. Ilikuwa ni Brayo pia?
Yes.
Yeah, Brian. Umeka EC2 user imekubali?
Nini ama Brayo mwingine?
Kulikuwa na Brian mwingine mwenye alikuwa na success.
After kuweka EC2 user ikasema network error.
Ikaleta error.
After putting the EC2 user.
Aya, pole. Sawa. So let us try and create a new instance tuone kama tunaweza navigate, kama tunaweza ruka hiyo issue. So click hapo kwa launch instance, and if anybody is following, you can follow with us. Launch instances. So hapo unaweza andika tuite aje? Just call it what? Console. Ile ilikuwa inajiita aje? Or we can give it any other name. Yeah, call it console server or something like that. Then acha niwachanue mapema, it's always best practice to name your stuff with small letters. Always best practice. But sometimes Dr. Anna camel case, some Dr. Anna capitalization, but you can make them 2 words, console server, ama console hyphen server, haijalishi. Aya, tuteremke chini. Teremka chini, tutachukua AMI. AMI, let us pick Amazon Linux, hiyo yenye amechukua as default. Confirm that hiyo ndio imechukuliwa.
Hapa gani?
Juu, enda juu kidogo. Penye kuna hizo images za ni. Si unaona? Hiyo ndio namaanisha. Amazon Linux has already been selected. Hiyo iko sawa. Aya, sawa. Then teremka chini. Unaona tayari tumeshaambiwa this is free tier eligible. That's okay. Teremka instance. Usiende haraka sana. Najaribu kusoma ni yako. Instance type. T3 Michael, which is also free tier eligible. Tutaacha tu vile iko hivyo. Teremka chini. Hapo kwa key pair login, we are going to create a new key pair. Unaona pia imeandika create a new key pair. The blue thingy. So
click on it.
Yes, name it as console-key. Console-key. Aya, watu wa nini? Watu wa Windows, we are going with PuTTY, ppk.ppk, that's what we will select. Watu wa Mac, I believe mnachukua OpenSSH ya PEM. Sindio Joy? Wanatumia PEM for Linux and Mac?
Yes, wa download ya PEM. Okay,
so Windows, watu wa Windows, download.ppk. The rest of the guys on Linux and Mac.pem. Then just click create key pair. I hope your step, Maona, that step is very important. Create key pair. You save your key pair in a location that you'll get it because you'll use it. Sawa. Teremka chini.
Take us slowly.
Usha save key yenyewe.
Yeah,
slowly.
Nimeisave.
Mwenye amesema I go slowly. Unajua siwaoni, so sijui hata nani anaongea. Tuko hapo wote ama kuna mtu wako nyuma? Aya. So we are going to change only one thing hapa kwa network setting. One thing because we want to allow ourselves to be able to SSH. So hapo kwa network, click edit. Tuone kama, hebu teremka chini. Sidhani kama ni hapo, teremka tuone. Teremka. Tutatumia everything default. Yeah, SSH has already been enabled. Si unaona hapa? We have inbound security group rules. SSH has already been enabled. Hiyo iko sawa. Wachana nayo. Teremka chini. Teremka tu chini. We are not going to change anything. Teremka tu chini. We are done. Enda kwa launch instance. I think those are the settings that we need for this one. Enda kwa launch instance. Yes.
Patrick. Excuse kidogo. Hapo hivyo kwa network settings. Hapo kwa the part where they saying VPC required. Are we changing anything?
No, VPC, rudi juu tuangalia hapo kwa VPC. We are going to use default VPC. Every
Or
account you
default.
create inakuanga na default VPC. So we'll just use the default one. Saizi will not create the VPC because
Okay,
this is just a quick demo. So unaona default has been selected. So unaona?
Okay.
Alafu
Sawa.
mambo na subnet availability zones hizo achana nazo. Yes, termination protection achana nayo, usiweke termination protection. For now, this is just a quick demo to show you guys how to SSH. Aya, launch instance.
I'm sorry, can I return you back to the keypad just to confirm that I've done the
No
same
problem. No
thing?
problem.
Once you clicked create new key pair, what exactly was selected?
Able click that again. Click that create new key pair. Brian, click your create new key pair. Aha, yes. So unaona hapo, hapo you first of all give your key pair a name, and then you leave it as RSA. You don't change that. You leave it as RSA, and then hapa chini, depending on your operating system, if you are on Windows, you use .ppk. Okay? If you're on Windows, use .ppk. If you are on Mac or Linux, you use .pem, and then just say create key pair. No.
Thank you.
No. Yes, okay. So Brian, just cancel that because you've already created the key pair. Cancel that. Good. Aya. Kila mtu, are we ready? Tuko hapo. Kama mbaki nyuma, please say saizi because now when we click launch instance, we are like that. Aha. Emmy, you're behind. Where? Talk to me.
Behind, like from where you started, my laptop ilikuwa imehang, so I lost connection.
You lost connection. Okay. All right. Okay. So, okay. No problem. Are you in a position to share your screen? Thank you, Salem. Guys, refresh your labs again. Start lab again. So, are we there? As in Amy, are you able to share your screen?
Yeah, I am able. Let me refresh, then I share.
Okay, refresh. But in the meantime, Brian, able click launch
Yes,
instance. Click launch instance yako. Hapo
It isn't clickable. Says it click. It isn't clickable.
It's not clickable.
Yeah.
Si hapo.
Yeah, orange.
The orange one ati nimeita yellow. Guy, color nayo.
Which one?
The orange
Then,
one on your right. Is it right or left? Hapa chini. Unaona penye na tap. Hiyo. That is the one. So it's launching instance and it's creating everything that is needed. Okay, then the easiest way to get to that, just click. So unaona hapo successfully initiated launch of instance, that click that one. Hiyo, click hiyo. Takupeleka kwa console yake. Mnaona your process. That process is very, very important, and you'll use it a lot in your labs. You'll also use it when you're working with clients, when you're working for companies. So it's a very, very important process. So you can see we have been given a public IPv4 address. Unaona hapo? We have a public IPv4 address. So I want us to go back to click instances hapo kwa hiyo side menu. Instances. Unaona instances hiyo, click hiyo. Nataka tuone instance yetu. Still initializing. It is still initializing. That's how you create an EC2 instance. Joy to walk through that jana. So who was it? Was it Abby or Amy? I keep confusing the two of you. Mwenye alikuwa mbaki nyuma.
I don't think this is the one that you created.
Amy. Nani anaongea? The other person.
It was me. On Brian's screen, I don't think that's the one that we were creating. If he refreshes it, we're gonna have two instances. The one that we created and the one for the lab.
No, it is that one. It is that one. Okay. No, actually, Nabo, what we are doing, what we are doing is Nini, we are creating a new instance, not the one that was created for us. We are creating a new instance.
Okay, so for us who are inside the lab itself, we're supposed to have 2, yeah?
Okay, for practice, because we are doing this for practice, because the one that was provisioned for us has refused to SSH. So we want to create one for ourselves and then try and SSH using our own key pair and see if SSH will be possible.
Oh, okay.
You understand?
Okay.
Okay, good. So again, Abby. Was it Abby or Emmy?
Amy.
Emmy. Okay, Emmy. Aha. Now, please share your screen. Share your screen tuende pamoja. So everybody else, kama umesha create your instance, just wait for us there. Let us bring Emmy. Afike penye tumefika. Emmy, I'm waiting for your screen. That is tough. That is tough as nails. What do you do here? Ridge, what is not working? All right. So that's where you are at. Now click launch instances. The orange button. You see that orange button? Click on it. Now name, hapo kwa name, just write console-server. Console-server. Console, not console. Console dash, oh no, okay, dash the hyphen, sorry, not dash word. sorry guy, me confused well. Weka hapo ka dash ako. Thank you. Then teremka chini. So we are good. You can see hapa tumeshapatiwa image ni Amazon Linux. Hiyo taacha hivyo, we don't change anything. Machine image, hiyo ni sawa, teremka chini. Teremka tu. Hapo kwa instance type. Unaona instance type wamechukua, rudi juu kidogo. Just one step up. Instance type hapo. Unaona wamechukua T3 Michael, which is free tier eligible. So when you are doing your own practices, hata ukiwa na account yako, always go for services zenye ziko na free tier ndo usi-incur spend. Teremka kwa key pair. Hapo kwa key pair, we need a key pair because we want to SSH. So what we will do, we will create a new key pair. You see that blue thing written there, create. Click here. Now here, imekufungulia hii dialog box. So, twende tu step by step, rudi juu. Kwa key pair name. Follow me, key pair name. Hapo enter name console-key. Console-key. Just type console-key. Good. Alafu, so, question, are you on Windows or Mac or Linux?
Windows.
Windows tunatumia PPK. Select PPK, not PEM, PPK. Teremka chini. Bonyeza hapo nini, create new key pair. Good. So, give me a second. Teremka chini. So we are not going to change anything. We are not going to change anything there. Teremka tu chini because SSH has already been enabled for us. Teremka chini, everything is okay. Now, on this other side, there is an orange penye imeandika launch instance. Low orange, that current thing, you click on it. So now for successfully initiated launch instance of, click on that number, your I-0 something, click on that. Then kuna instances on your left, unaona instances. Click on instances, Here, click here. Okay. Sawa. So give it a few imalize kuinitialize. Watu wanasema nini kwa chat? I'm not able to see the chat. I hope wote tuko hapo, wote tumesha create your server. I hope wote tume create server. Sanya mtu anaangalia screen ni ngumu kuona nini. Nafikiria nini sasa ni try connect. And then after a few seconds you get the error, still getting the same error, it's not working, create a new instance, blah, 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 blah. All right, no problem. Let's just see. Amy, unaona hapo juu kuna nini before connect, kuna haka kitu kenye kanakaa like an arrow. Click on it, on that thing is a refresh button. Click on it. Kuna kama initialization imemaliza. Just click on it. That's a refresh button. Watch imaliza hizo checks. Then we are going to do two things. One, before we try to SSH into the instance, we'll first of all try and connect to the instance directly, just to see if the instance is working. And I think that is also something that we should have done with the command host, or we can do with the command host, but because tusha create yetu hakuna shida, we'll just use it. Refresh again. It's taking milele. Na muangalia lab times zenyu zisiishe. Good, there we go. So the checks have passed. So step one, I want you to click on nini. Unaona hapo penye imeandika connect. Hebu click on connect. Just click on connect. I hope ilaba ina restriction.
Yangu bado inaonyesha initializing.
Inaonyesha initializing. Finya hiyo nini? Finya hiyo kitu yenye tulikuwa tumefinya hapo ya kurefresh.
Nimeifinya but bado inaonyesha the same.
Itamaliza. Sikuwe na wasiwasi, itamaliza. So, nataka to connect kutumia nini? Nataka to connect kutumia hii instance connect. I just want to make sure that this thing is running. Teremka chini. Don't change anything, just teremka chini. Teremka tu chini bado. Aya, finya hiyo connect. Umefinya? Okay, there goes. Let's see what happens. If it's going to connect, ama italeta drama zake. Establishing connection. Oh, access denied. Sawa. No problem. I expected that. Sawa. Funga tu hapo. But at least we know that it is working. Funga tu hapo. Hiyo ni mambo ya nini? Ni mambo ya lab, the permissions that you've been given to do kwa lab. Unajua niliwaambia kwa lab you can only do as much as has been allowed. So we are not allowed to do instance connect. So no worries. Funga tu hapo. At least I've seen that it is working. Let's go now and do SSH. Purity. Initialization imeisha.
For yangu imeisha.
Unaona checks. Sawa. Ukishaona checks, so select the console that we are using. Na tafadhali kama mtu anaongea kwa chat na anasema kitu muhimu mniambie kwa sababu mimi sioni kitu. Okay? So, so let us see what we are going to do here. Select your good. Let me see something. Just simamia tu hapo, don't do anything. Configure session. Aya, sawa. So, you are able to see the public IP address. I hope all of us are able to see the public IPv4 address. Copy it. Salem, hebu tuende pamoja. Let's go pamoja because we cannot be pulling different directions and expect to make any headways. Public IPv4 address copied. I hope you've copied it, so that is okay. Good. I hope kila mtu amefanya hiyo step. Mtu asibaki nyuma. Then let's go to PuTTY. Twende kwa PuTTY. PuTTY. You have your PuTTY? Do you have your PuTTY?
Yeah, I do have my PuTTY.
Naiona lakini bado haija load. Sijui mbona I'm seeing a gray screen.
She's not sharing her whole screen.
How come share screen yote? That's why we are seeing this gray box.
Yes, she's only sharing the window screen. She's supposed to share the whole screen.
Ebu, see you do this. Ebu unshare and then reshare, but now reshare the whole screen so that we can see your PuTTY.
I stopped sharing.
Yeah, stop sharing. Now share your entire screen. Okay, what's the time? It's 11. Okay. Okay, Joy. Joy. Oh. Mnanisikia?
Yes.
Okay. Sawa. So, now let us just go step by step up so that we make sure that we've configured PuTTY correctly. Masaibu ya watu ya Windows. I wanted to know from what to a Linux. Did you guys successfully SSH? Anybody from Linux? Anybody from Mac? Sharon, Mac, did you SSH successfully?
No, I received an error and I posted it on the chat.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I did not see the chat. I'm not able to see chats, but thank you for that confirmation. So now okay. So for the instances that we've created, at least we have confirmed that SSH has been enabled. That one we confirmed. So let us see if we are going to hit the same problem. So the first step that we are going to do, unifuate. So we are going to select connection. Then once you've selected connection, set the seconds between keep alive to 30. Okay, okay. You leave everything as is. You leave everything as is. Yeah, iko sawa. Then, okay, now we are going to configure our sessions. Select sessions. Sessions iko pale juu kabisa. Then, ukiclick sessions, kuna haka box kamefunguka host name. Hapo kwa host name, weka nini hapo ndani. Paste the IP that you had copied, the public IPv4 address. Paste it there. Just Control V or something. Yeah, thank you. I hope that's the correct one. Then after you've done that, give me a second. That's okay. Back in PuTTY. Go to connection. Connection. Hapo chini. Yo, good. Then connection. Expand SSH. Yo SSH chini ya connection. Unaona SSH. Kuja tu chini. Click on that plus to expand it. Good. Then once you have expanded SSH, select auth. Select auth. Just select auth. Select it first. Ivo. Select. Click on the plus because there is a dialog box that we need. Click on that plus. You lose the credentials. Click on credentials. Okay. Then hapo kwa private key file, there is a browse. Click on that browse. Guys, I hope tunaenda pamoja. So, we named our key as console key. See unaiona? Select it. And then open. There you go. Then hapo chini kuna open ingine. Click on that other open. Ngoja, don't do anything there. You have no guarantee that the server, server, blah, blah, blah. If you trust, press accept. If you want to carry on, just once, adding key, blah, 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 connect once. If you don't trust, press cancel. Accept. Accept. Type our user. Our user, go back to your console. Go back to your console. Console is the next one. Kwa instructions for make a user file is supposed to be EC2 user. EC2 user. Teremka tu. Teremka. Hapo kwa Windows. Usiende kwa Mac. Windows. EC2 user. Where is the user? User ameandikwa hapa. I'm not seeing it written here. Enda kwa nini? Twende tu kwa nini tutaipata. Twende tu kwa console. AWS. Please. AWS console. Supposed to be EC2 user, if I'm not wrong. Click console. Console. What instance? No worries. Click. Sawa. So, where is it? Ebu kama kuna mtu amepata jina ya user, ebu tuambie hapo kwa chat so that we save on time. I think it's supposed to be EC2-user, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, it should be like that.
Sawa. Let's go back to our PuTTY. Yeah, iko connect. Sawa. Let's go back to PuTTY, our PuTTY. Yo, click on that session. Ebu click OK. Isa ni gani?
PuTTY yangu it's saying inactive.
Yako pia nasema inactive.
Yeah, iko hivyo.
Zote zinasema hivyo.
Inactive.
Yes.
The problem be the 30 seconds.
The 30 seconds keep alive.
seconds inaisha. Yes.
That 30 seconds is supposed to be more than enough because it takes effect once you've logged in. I don't think that it's supposed to be inafaa ichukue nini. That's not supposed to be the issue. So I'm thinking, this is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm thinking, Joy. This is what I'm thinking. What we're in the break. What we're in the
Alright.
break. Wakirudi, we will have troubleshoot, even if it means that we now have to use our own EC2 instances, no, our own AWS accounts to confirm these steps, then tutapata, because sometimes these labs zinakuanga na issues.
All right, so guys, we
What do
can
you
just
think?
go. Yeah, it's okay. We can just go for a break. Let's come back at 11:20, and
Okay.
once we're back, we are going to just go ahead and redo it again.
Sawa.
I'm sorry, before we go for the break, may the problem be the password itself?
The what?
Because not the password, the username.
No,
Because
the
is the option for sharing the screen still available?
yes.
Let me see. So can you see my screen?
It's loading. Yes.
So
Ah,
to reach
this is what
here,
you wanted
but
to
now
see.
the password, not the password, the user is this one. It's
Yes.
not a space, it's this dash.
Yes, it's a dash.
Yeah.
So problem, the problem that I saw is that tukifika hapa where we wanted to input. See, you inputted this one yourself, the EC2 dash user.
Yeah.
So so when you wanted to input this, that is when you were getting that error, that fatal error. Ndio maana hata yes.
Double check kwa chat.
Kwa chat, someone is saying something. I'm saying because some servers, EC2 corporate environments have short SSH idle timers configured in if you have access client interval, this keeps the session alive by sending heartbeat packets every 60 seconds. So you are suggesting that we change our keep alive to 60 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay. Si basi tufanye hivi, let us work on it during the break na Joy. Alafu when you guys come back, we'll have a solution for you. But I like what you've done, Nabo. At least I know Kikitumania, you will tell us what you did. By the way, did you change your keep alive?
No, I just used the 30 seconds on and it managed. And also in the chat, there was someone who said after the EC2, is it after selecting the instances and then clicking the connect, try to use this username that comes here. I'm not sure if maybe the other ones may be different or something like that. But
it is the same across. It's the same across. Actually, it is the same one that you've used. It is EC2 dash user.
But the configurations are just the same, the ones that you we were following.
Okay. That is very good. That is very, very good. Thank you for that. So let us try. Okay, sometimes your keep alive kicks us out because now when you are doing a lab and you are trying to direct someone else to do it, you go slower. I don't know if you guys have discovered that. You're telling them click here, but when you're doing it by yourself, it goes faster. No. That's why you're now able even to work with, let's say, like those 30 minutes and you work well. So we will try and see. And then let's meet here at 11:20. That is 15 minutes from now. Sindio, Joy?
Yes.
Yeah. So sawa.
Hello, guys.
Hello, guys. Hello.
All right. I hope you guys are ready. If you're back, text me on the chat you're back. Let me see who's going to get an engagement today. If you're back, text me on the chat you're back. Just type on the chat back, 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 back. Daniel utamwaga mtama. Hatutaki kusikia siri za ndani siku ya leo.
Hizi ni
Linux.
keyboard Joy.
Eh.
Hizi ni keyboard shortcuts huwa zinani mess. You press somewhere it unmutes, so I'm still getting around it.
Oh wow, interesting. All right. So guys, I can see most of us are back. Anthony is back, Musembe is back, Basil is back, Tony is back. There are people I've never heard their voices. Wait. Ivy, say hi to me. Ivy, say hi. Unmute and say hi, Ivy. Just unmute, Ivy. We have never heard your voice. Imagine. For 2 weeks. I believe it's unfair. Let us hear your voice, Ivy. Say hi. And Tony Kitonga, hatujai kusikia ukiongea. Evans, we need to hear your voice.
Hi.
Hi, Tony. Ivy.
Hi, Joy.
Hi. All right, because Ivy amekataa kutusalimia on this beautiful Tuesday. So I want us to do this. I don't want you to be left. Hi. Thank you. I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm also well.
I'm happy to hear your voice. Thank you for saying hi to us.
Okay.
All right. So guys, some of us are facing some issues. So I want us to go straight ahead and let me just clear my terminal. I want us to go straight ahead and we redo the entire process together. We're going to redo from scratch. So we're going to go faster kidogo, but we're going to understand everything. So allow me to share my screen. Number one, kindly start your timers. I don't want your timers ziishe. Let me just share my entire screen so that we go a bit faster. Msikatange kutusalimia. We are good people. I promise you, we do not eat people. We are good people. Let me just join with my phone so that I see you guys talking to me.
Recording.
Right. So I'll just have this here. Hi, and I can hear you talking to me. So I'm just going to share my screen. So guys, I hope you have started your labs. Mine is ready. I started it 10 minutes ago. Let me just start it again so that we go together in this. Mine is ready. If yours is ready, let me know and we can start. So I had created this instance. I'm just going to terminate it. Terminated. All right. So if you're with me, these are the steps that we're going to follow. For this lab, we're going to create a new instance the way we did yesterday. Once you create a new instance, we're going to SSH into it. Okay. And when we're launching our instance, we are going to create our own PEM and PPK files. We're going to download the files, and then we're going to launch the instance. We're going to SSH into it, and we are going to check out the man page. All right. So the man is the manual. So number one, if everyone has started their labs, and you have your timer, let me know your timer on the chat box so that I know we are going on well. And also open your console and let's go to EC2 instances. So ensure that you come to your EC2 instance. All right, for Sharon it's 59. Wow, 57, 59, very nice, very nice. Let me know your minutes. For Abby, it's 58. Someone else? Alex, what's your timer? Leonard is 39. Kindly, Leonard, restart yours. Elfas is 58. Ivy is 59. Amy is 57. Salem, what's the timer on yours? Ridge, what's the timer on yours? Let me see the people we have today. Silas is 58. Kevin is 58. Where were you yesterday, Kevin? We missed you in class yesterday. All right. So now that we have Reg is 57, Frank is 60. Very nice, Frank. Very nice. All right. Ladies, Amy, I think you've told us yours. Amy is 57. Abby, Fan, Ivy, my ladies, what's your timer? So now that we have our timers ready, let's come and launch instance. All right, Felix uses 56. Now, guys, I need you to go with me step by step. I don't want to leave anyone behind. We're going to create a new instance. This instance, let us call it Landly. Lan and then Lee. Evans, your time, Elisha. I'm so sorry. Maybe try the other funky ways that we learned, like the incognito or refreshing or going to a new browser. But kindly follow us as we're doing this as you wait on yours. All right, so we are creating a new EC2 instance. We are calling it Landly. If you've, sorry, but which lab are we on currently? We are in the lab called Linux, let me see, modules. We are on this lab called Linux AMI. So it's on this tab for Linux, and it is called Introduction to Amazon Linux AMI. All right. Mohammed, lab 225. All right, let's proceed. So our noted, all right. So our instance is called Landly, all right? Scroll down with me. Let's go together. We have this instance. It's called Landly. We are naming it Landly. LAN and then LY, all in small. And we're going to leave the AMIs as they are. We're going to use Amazon. And also the instance type, we're going to leave it as it is, the T3 micro. All right. I hope everyone now should be where it's written keep your login. All right. Let me just delete this. So give me a second. I just delete these key pairs that I had. So that we can do this together. Just give me a second. Let me delete my key pairs. If you had created your key pairs, it's okay. Just use the key pairs that you had. I just want to start afresh for those who are left behind. So I'm deleting my key pairs. So you just have the original one. I go back to instances. I launch an instance. I call my instance Lanley. I use the default, all right. I use the default Amazon Linux, AWS. I leave the instance type as it is, T3 micro. On the key pair, we are going to create a new key pair for those of us who have deleted like me, or those who didn't have, or those who weren't here before. So we're going to create a key pair. If you created a key pair called labs user, don't create it. If you don't have a key pair called labs user, let's create together. To be sure about the spelling, we are going to come here and we are going to copy this word here, lab user. All right, lab user. All right, lab user. Sorry. All right, so click create key pair. Paste your key pair name. It's called lab user. All right. And then for the private key format, those in Linux and in Mac, kindly use the PEM. Click here for the PEM. For those in Windows, kindly use PPK. So you just, yes?
Is the key pair name capitalized?
No.
So it's just a simple lab user.
Yes, together, no space, no nothing, lab user.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So for those in Mac and Linux, download the PEM file. Just let it be, leave it as PEM. For those in Windows, kindly toggle the .ppk. All right. The .ppk is only usable with PuTTY. And for Windows user, you're using PuTTY to be able to SSH, because the command line on Windows cannot SSH directly. So for Linux users like me and Mac, we are going to use PEM, right? And then we're going to click create. So once you click create key pair, it's going to download for you your labuser.pem, all right? So if you have your PEM and PPK key pairs, thumbs up. If you do not have, if you're left behind, type on the chat kindly. I don't want to leave anyone behind. The reason why I'm doing this slowly, and the reason why we've started afresh, it's because you're going to do this process by yourselves in the next lab. All right, so I need you to understand every step of it. So those who already have their key pair, their keys downloaded, thumbs up. Gideon, small. Lowercase, everybody, lowercase. Pole pole Joy. Uko wapi? Brian, what's going on? Is your internet slow? And then you have a lot of tabs open. Zifunge too if you're not using them so that they stop consuming your bandwidth. All right. Evans, what is not working? All right, just wait for it. We were told around 30 minutes, or try the incognito mode. See if it's going to work for you. All right. Okay. So I hope everyone has their key pairs, apart from Evans, whose account is still in cleanup. But Evans, look at the screen. Look at what we're doing, and then you're going to do it by yourself. All right, so now that we have our key pairs downloaded, on the network, we're going to edit the network. So click edit on the network settings. And for this lab, we have the lab VPC. We can just use the lab VPC. What is incognito mode? Oh, wow. For once, I've seen an innocent person. So, Mohammed, when you are, say, like here, all right, let me see ours. All right, so on your browser, on these three dots that enable you, say, like to create a new tab, a new window, and everything, you'll see a private window. All right. So just click here. It's going to take you to a new private window that's incognito. Incognito means that it is not accessible to other people. It's private and it won't keep your data if you don't save it, right? I hope umeelewa. All right. So on the network settings, all right, on the network settings, click lab VPC. All right. And we'll get a public subnet already. And right here on the security group, let's give our security group, or you can just leave it like that. I think it's not as serious. So by default, it's coming with SSH enabled, all right? Can you see this, guys? It's coming with SSH enabled. So just scroll down. If yours doesn't have SSH, make sure please it does. And you'll see here you'll see SSH from anywhere, and the port rate should be 22. Okay. So if yours has SSH, kindly don't change anything. And then we are going to launch our instance. Leave everything as is, and then click launch instance.
Sorry, what did you edit on network?
Nothing. I just chose the VPC as the lab VPC and checked that mine had SSH enabled down there. After the security groups, it was, and then I clicked launch instance. So our instance is ready. Go to instances, and we can see Landly here. All right, just click on Landly, and you're going to get your public IPv4 address. So now next, for those on Linux and Mac, let's do this. We are going to come, remember that we got our PIM and PPK downloaded, okay?
Sorry, Joy, mine has successfully launched, but there is nothing like the two columns that you have.
The two columns, which ones? On the instances, just go to instances. you can lower this tab down.
Yep.
You're going to
Okay,
see.
I've found it.
All right. Select the Landly instance, and you're going to see your public IPv4 address. So because we downloaded our PEM keys and our PPK keys, for those on Mac and Linux, right, we're going to do this. We're going to go to our downloads. I'm already on my downloads, but the Vocarium has our instructions. And then we're going to copy this change mode 400 labuser.pem code. So the labuser.pem, remember this is a PEM file that you downloaded, all right? This one. So ensure that you're using change mode 400 labuser.pem, or even the name of this the PEM file that you downloaded, all right? So you're going to change mode to 400, this giving the PEM key the read-only permissions, and then you're going to click enter. What?
Joy,
Yes?
Pardon, kindly.
I think we're going to have an issue because
Uh-huh.
we created a key pair for lab user, not labs user.
Labs. Thank you. Labuser.pem. Thank you so much. Yes. So we've changed mode to labuser.pem, and then we are going to SSH. So we are going to SSH, and for the lab user, we're going to delete the S. So after that, kindly come. After you've changed user, come and remove this labs. It should be labuser.pem, and then space EC2-user @ After the @ come to your EC2 instance. We have selected the Landly EC2 instance, and then we copy the public IPv4 address, right? Just copy the public IPv4 address and come and paste it, right? And then enter. So you're being asked if you want to continue connecting. Kindly say yes, and waiting to permanently add, and you should be able to see this. All right. For those on Linux and Mac, you should be able to see this. Once you see this, just type man space man, enter, and you should be able to see this. So for those of us using Linux and Mac, you should be able to finish your labs like this. So this is what you are expected to see. Expected to see this page. Now, for those on Linux and Windows, tell me, is there anyone with a problem? Tell me if you hear. Alafu mna screenshot what is done. Really helps when you're following up on your own. What did you edit on the network? Sharon, I did not edit anything. For those, all right, Rija Kwandania SSH, kindly tell me if you can see your man page. Those on Linux and Mac, send me a screenshot of your man page. You can press Q to exit. So those on Linux and Mac, I need to see this screenshot from you. And once you've done this, remember, you come to your Vocarium and you submit. Very nice. You submit your marks, right? Now, for those on Windows, let me know. For those on Windows, I know you're the majority. Patrick, are you ready? Once you submit, then you can either end the lab or continue playing around with your, Reggie's using, all right. All right, for those on Linux, I'm still waiting for your screenshots. I've not seen any screenshot. So Reg is using Windows na may succeed. Patrick, are you around?
Hi, Joy. Yes, I'm here. Good. So, yes, now, now let's do it. Wacha tuifanye. So, congratulations to watu wa mashini mzito mzito, the Linux people and the Mac people. Sisi watu ya Windows tunakuja sasa. Let me share my screen. Tutafika tu. Tutafika tu. So, just know that if you do any lab alafu mkamit these problems, because there are labs that you'll be doing on yourself by yourselves in your groups. So if you meet any problem, just bring it to our attention, then we will help you guys through it. So mfuate chenye tunawaonyesha, because very soon you'll be doing the labs in your small groups, either in the bigger canais or in smaller teams. So mjiandae, prepare yourselves for that. What are you guys seeing? You're able to see my screen, right? I hope you're able to see my screen.
Yes, you can see your screen, Patrick.
Okay, thank you, Joy. So, so let us just do this. I believe processor could create instance, that one we had finished it correctly with everybody. So over the break, what I've done, I've just created another instance within the same account. So I've named it test instance. So this is the instance that I've created. And now when we select it, let me deselect this other one. So when we select it, we are able to see the public IP address hapa. No, this is the public IP address. So congratulations kwa wenye wamefanya kwa Windows na wakapata. So let us help the rest wenye hawajafika hapo. So that is what you select, and then you come and find your PuTTY. Your PuTTY. Here is my PuTTY. So I'll run it. That's PuTTYgen. Sorry. That's PuTTYgen. I need the PuTTY, not the PuTTY generator. PuTTY. Where is my PuTTY? That's a PuTTYgen. That's my PuTTY. Good. So that's my PuTTY. Okay, good. So here, as per the instructions, you're supposed to start by making sure that our keep alives. I'm still going just to stick with the 30 because I'm doing the demonstration. I hope you guys are following. So after we do the 30, we've already copied these steps have not crammed, so I need to refer. So back in put-in connection, wacha kwanza, siende mbio. Keep alive to 30, that one we've done. Select session. So we'll come here and select our session. Whereas our session is here. And then we will paste our IP here. This is my IP. That's my IP. Yes.
You're too fast, and some of us we just started.
Who is that? Who is that?
Silas. Sorry.
Silas. Aya, sawa. No worries. No wahala. The important thing here is that mshike hii kitu. So where are you at? Uko wapi? PuTTY. So ushasha your PuTTY. Is your PuTTY on?
Yeah.
Okay. So once your PuTTY is on, the first thing you do, you click on connections. Connections. Then on connections, you change these seconds between keep alives. Change it to 30. That is the instruction. Change it to 30.
Yeah.
Okay. Then once you have done that, the next thing you do is that you come to sessions up here. That sessions. Then tuko hapo.
Tuko sawa.
Silas, nataka tupelekane mpaka mwisho. So nisipoteze mahali. So you click on sessions, and then the IP address of the instance that we've created, the new instance that you've created in your machine. So you've created your instance inside the lab.
Yeah,
that instance,
sure.
Copy its IP address. The IP address niliona hapa juu. I've moved this so that you see it. That is mine. So you copy yours yenye imeandikwa hapo, and then you come and paste it in this box. Tuko hapo?
Yeah.
Okay. Then once you have done that, the next thing is we go to connection. This one here. Is there no way that I can make this one bigger? But sawa. Connection. Under connection, go to SSH. Unaona SSH? Hapa kwa SSH, click that plus arrow to expand it. Then go to auth for authorization. Click that plus arrow also to expand it. And then you'll see credentials. Unaona hiyo credentials?
Yeah, naiona.
Click it. Once you click it, it's going to open this. And then now we are going to do private key file for authentication. We are going to locate our private file, the file that we downloaded. Remember, when you created that new instance, we created a key file. So that key file is saved somewhere in our computer. So to get to that, you'll click on browse. Sijui nyinyi mliita yenyu aje, but yangu nimeita the same name as the instance. Yangu nimeita test-key. This is the name of my key that I created, test-key. Yours might be named differently, but it will achieve the same goal. So click on it. And then say open. Click on open. Tuko hapo?
Yeah, tuko hapo.
Good. So tukishakuwa hapo, so the next thing you also click on this other open. Hii open ya pili hapa chini. Click on that open. Fingers crossed. Let's see. Then upper our user is EC2-user. You type EC2-user, that is your user. So that's how we want to log in. And then you click enter. It will authenticate and then take you into your instance. So we have actually SSH'd into the instance. Mona hiyo?
Hey, Patrick.
Uh-huh.
Do we accept or cancel?
Accept or cancel what?
Like when you open, after opening it.
Yes, you open. After open, accept.
Okay.
Then immediately type up a login as andika EC2-user. EC2-user. Let me look at those the instructions of the lab that you are doing. Nionekana kuna kitu mnafaa kufanya watu wa Windows apart from that. So pretty much
After EC2-user.
You press enter. What are you seeing, Amy?
Yangu nasema not supported authentication. Nasema server refused our key.
So what has happened is that you've used the wrong key. What key did you create when you created your instance? Amy?
Yes.
What key did you create when you created your instance? That is the problem, because when it tells you that server refused your key, it means that you've used the wrong key.
Oh, I use the same in it will go to create.
No. First of all, let me ask, did you create a new instance in your console?
Yes, I did.
During the process of creating that instance, did you create a key pair? See, I was doing it with you. You created a key pair, right? Amy, you're muted.
Yes, I did create.
So there might be a confusion in the sense that you might be using a key that is not for this instance that you created. Can you confirm the key that you've used? Is it the one that we created for this instance?
Okay, let me confirm.
Okay, please confirm and then get back to me in case there is a problem. We can always sort it. Kuna mtu mwingine mwenye amekwama ama wote tuko pamoja? Watu wa Windows. Yes.
When we were creating the instance, our key was lab user.
Okay.
Na bado imekataa.
Now, problem hapo ni moja, Problem hapo ni moja. The reason why mwenyewe, when I created this, I have renamed my key is such that I don't get confused, because the same lab username for key is the same one that we're using for the console server that failed to work. That's why we came up with this one to show you how this one works. So problem might be, Daniel, that you have used the same lab key for the console for this new instance that you've created. That might be the problem. Actually, that is the problem, not even might. That is the problem. So, Ebu, ask yourself, when you created, first of all, I want you to confirm to me that you've created a new instance. You created a new instance.
Yeah. When we were with Joy, before you came, we created a new instance called Lanley. And the key was lab user.
Lab user. Question is,
yeah.
Question is,
that's what we use.
Question is, when we were doing the other lab that failed, what was the name of the key?
Still lab user.
That is the problem.
Because actually, I think that's the problem, because here in my download, I have two keys named the same lab user. But when I was picking, I made sure I selected the recent one that we had created with her, and deleted the old one.
Me too. I've selected. Me too. I selected the recent one.
Yes, Joy. Joy, you are saying something.
So
Joy?
for those, yes, for those with two, maybe what they can do, for Daniel and Amy, you can just go back to your EC2 instance. Number one, now delete the first one. All right, the first one that was for Kitambo, for the first, like from the first morning session, you can delete it. Or even you can just go ahead on your EC2 instance, on your EC2 on the console, you can go to networks. Under networks, you're going to see what are they called? You're going to see key pairs. Click on key pairs, and then you can delete what you have and create a new one, and then create a new instance. But yes, you can. Yeah, you can even just read. Okay, now the thing is, when you rename, remember that kule kwa console inajua jina inaitwa lab user, right? So in case you're redoing it again and you want to use the same name, always delete the first one.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. Because that confusion is very possible. It's very, very possible to be confused. So now boy, I hope ijazima. Let me see. Man. Yes. So at least we have Joy, thank you for that, by the way. Thank you for that. That was very, very good. And actually, instead of Nini, because for the purposes of just making sure that we fulfill the requirements of the lab, follow the naming conventions that have been given in the lab. Mine, I was doing it this way because at least I have that wiggle room as your instructor. I can do this. But for you to submit a lab completely, you must use the naming conventions that have been provided. So that hack that Joy has shared is very important. Go back, kama nini, if your key, the faulty key downloaded itself to maybe the downloads folder, go and delete it. So that now when you redo, for those ones who are stuck, when you redo and then you recreate a new lab, a new instance, name it the way the key is supposed to be named, and then try and run it. It is supposed to run. It's supposed to run. So far, I'm only hearing that we have 2 people in Yamekwama. Does it mean that the rest wako sawa?
Unajua watu wa Windows tuko wachache.
Mko wachache? Watu wa Windows wako ngapi? If you're on Windows, hands up. I want to count you mbio because I'll be doing support for you for all labs za Windows. Mkikwama, I need to know how many you are. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14, 13. Kuna mtu hapo hayuko sure kama ako Windows ama ako wapi? Okay, 15. Hey, Daniel, 15 si watu wachache. 15. So we have 15 people on Windows. 15 people on Windows. That's a sizable number. So of the 15, wawili ndo wamekwama. No worries, no worries. Haimaanishi ati you are in the minority. Benson, haujainua mkono. Nataka, nikisema watu wainue mkono, tafadhali inueni mkono because sometimes I don't see these things. Okay, so thank you. You can unraise your hand. Sawa sawa. So, Windows, ukikwama mahali popote pa Windows, just reach out, I'll help you. Alafu hao wawili wenye, I want you guys to try it. Mkikwama mahali, I can do an office hour support session for you guys so that we do it together until ikwe successful, because this one, you'll be doing this a lot. Na ni vizuri mkwe mmeishika from the beginning. So that man is running. I think everything else, Joy, si umeshaonyesha hizi vitu zingine zote?
Hello.
Yes. Okay.
Because it's the same. Sorry, Purity dakika moja. Because it's actually the same thing. Once you have SSH, all the commands that you are running, you're just running the same thing. I hope you guys saw this kabad hata kwa watu wa Linux. Mine has failed again. Don't worry about it, Ivy. So I will need to know the guys that require support after. Then maybe what we break for lunch, we can spend like 10 minutes just to do it again from beginning to the end. So maybe we can do that, Joy, if it's okay.
Patrick. If I may ask, is it okay if I try to redo it using the initial instance, the command that was provided today?
Yes, it is okay. It's okay for you to try, but I don't see, okay, I'm not a prophet of doom, but I don't see it succeeding because I've tried it like 3 times.
Okay.
Yote bado imekwama. So we will try and see. We'll try and see. By the way, Joy, question. Joy.
Yes.
Kwa wenye amefanya lab wakamaliza mpaka mwisho, kuna mwenye amesubmit na akapata marks?
Yes. Actually, nimepata.
Awesome. So because I was a bit worried, nilikuwa najaribu kujiuliza sasa kutaenda aje ili lab ifanyike na watu wa score marks on it, because the lab in itself, I think the problem is actually with the name. The problem is with the key that was given for the lab. That is where the problem is, because even when you run it through that tool that I had, Putigen, it is still reading it as a different thing altogether. It is showing it as a different thing. So guys, kwa wenye amekwama, mtaniambia mmekwamia wapi, then I'll help you through it and then we'll be able to do it. I hope mko sawa. Au wengine wote wenye amekuwa successful wa Windows, mmetumia nini? Mmetumia the key that Joy showed you to make, alafu saa imekuwa successful, si ndio?
Yeah. And then
good. Yes, Naboth.
I also have another question.
Purity, just a sec, I'm coming to you. Yes, Naboth.
Nimenotice kwa watu wako kwa Linux na pia kwa Mac wamemanage kuscroll chini past nimeona kuna hizo descriptions like file options and those things. Hapo kwa Putty inafika like a section ina cut off na huwezi ona, na nimenotice when I increase the size of the screen angalau ina load in kiflani, but haifiki hadi mwisho. So what's the solution to that?
Putty.
Sisi vile uko kwa Putty size, so there are some descriptions nika imejikata. Oh, okay, yours is loading, mine is not. So some section
you just expand the screen. Unaona ukiweka hivi kana kadogo, but you just expand the screen to fit your screen.
I guess yangu iko na shida because hadi bado expand, it's not loading this other words until I drag it.
Uliandika man?
Niliandika man nikaleta hadi description, but yangu inakata hadi hapo. Unaona line 2, like number 2 hapo. Even if hadi ni expand, bado I load the whole thing. So I don't know if my Putty is faulty or something.
Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Let's see. Is there a refresh? I'm not seeing a refresh here. I'm not seeing a refresh here. That's interesting. I've never used spacebar. Nani anasema, Salem anasema tumia spacebar. Hebu click spacebar.
Okay.
What is happening?
So
Oh, ina scroll ikienda chini ama? What's happening? Because remember, this thing is very big, eh? This is like a manual. It's very, very big.
The spacebar works.
Yeah. You can use you can use the space bar, and you can also use directional keys za juu na chini. They're also working. You see, they're also working. Okay, awesome. Sawa.
Patrick.
Yes.
Patrick.
Patrick.
So I am submit lab and it saying submit failed. The lab must be started to submit.
Say your lab is not running. That is what it means.
So the solution. So I had already ended the lab at 49th minute. Now after I have already ended it, after I clicked submit, ikaniletea hii message.
Error. Kumbuka what Joy told us yesterday. Eh? The process is you submit the lab before ending it. You know, submit lab before, and because the system needs to record that you've done the lab before you end it.
Okay.
So, but all is not lost. All is not lost. I believe by you repeating the lab again from scratch, it becomes even more unaelewa zaidi. No. And it's fun. It's fun because nimwambia, these are things that you guys will be doing in the real workspace. You'll be spinning EC2 instances that way. No. Okay. So just do it again. Joy?
Patrick, I forgot to tell the people who are using Windows that once you get to this dark screen on the command line, with Linux, we do not use a mouse. We scroll with the keys, with the arrow keys. So when you're here, it can't scroll with the mouse, it scrolls with the keys. And even in the subsequent labs where you'll be using Linux, remember that in the shell, you don't use the mouse, you use the keys. Shell does not allow for mouse.
Hey, watu ya Windows mnaona vile mmeokokea hapo. We are so saved. We can use directional arrows. Na pia mouse pia za kusaidia kidogo. Purity, you are saying something?
Sijaelewa vile umeenter hiyo man.
Okay, man, just a sec. Yes. Boy, Jehovah. Just a second. What am I doing? So, man, uko wapi saizi?
So, hapo kwa puti, kwa ile step ya kwanza yenye tulifanya. After tume...
Are you seeing this bad? Are you seeing this? Baka hapa?
Yes, niko hapo.
Alafu, yeah. Are you seeing EC2 user with an IP?
Yeah.
Okay, just type man space man. Just type na keyboard. Man space man. Alafu enter.
Okay.
What are you seeing? Unaona hizo? Good. Sawa. Okay, good. I think I'm done, Joy.
Patrick.
Yes.
I've created a new instance and I'm currently at login S.
Unapotea. You are currently at?
Logging S. The user.
Yeah, login EC2, small letters, dash, bila space, dash, user, small
EC2.
letter pia, dash user.
EC2 dash user. Then enter.
Then enter.
Authenticating with public key. Okay. Then after that, I type man.
Oh, and then you type man. Then you'll be where I am right now.
Space, huh?
Yes.
Man. Okay.
We are good. We are good.
Yeah.
Sawa. That is okay. That is okay. So anything else that watu wanini walifanya, like Joy was talking to us about things like if you want to know which directory you are at, you click something like present working directory, it will tell you where you working from. Uko wapi saa hiyo? Unaona, present working directory. If you want to list the files that you have, you use something like ls. You see, so all of these and more, we are going to tackle them in the afternoon. In the afternoon, we'll be talking about the Linux command line. So the whole of this week, continuing to talk about naongea sana sana kuhusu Linux. Joy, back to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Patrick. We are really appreciate. So yes, thank you, Salem. Thank you for reminding us. Kindly refresh your labs. For those who are not done, kindly refresh your labs and make sure that you get to the command line and you are able to access your man page by typing man space man. That's a command that we use to access our manual. So next, that's the end of the class actually, but I want us to do our cases. Instead of breaking to the breakout rooms, let's just do the KC here so that we can go for lunch quite early. Or you guys, you want to stay a bit on the class? Let's do our KC here. So someone kindly share your screen. Anyone, share your screen on the KC for KC is KC Introduction to Linux. Let's do the KC here to make sure that everybody has done their KC. Someone kindly share your screen. Who's going to share for us their screen? Someone kindly share your screen. All right, no one wants to share their screen. Hi. No one wants to help us with the KC. All right, thank you, Brian. So guys, Brian is going to read for us the questions. Let's answer and finish the KC. Someone can read for him the answer.
Number one, which statement about Linux operating system is true? Which statement about Linux operating system is true? Number one.
It is open source.
Another answer hiyo iko sawa?
What to
It's
contribute?
correct.
Guys, kindly contribute. Your contribution marks are coming from here.
Which component of the Linux operating system allocates the memory that is used to run applications? Kernel, Ama?
Someone read for him answers from the chat.
Yes, user interface, kernel, configuration files, shell.
Kernel.
Yeah. What is a Linux daemon? What is a Linux daemon?
A program that provides a service that runs in the background.
Okay. Just a minute. Your answer, okay, let's confirm. It's correct. Which command enables you to review the manual page for the hostname command? Which command enables you to review the manual page for the hostname command?
Man
Man
hostman.
hostname.
What are the main components of a Linux distribution? Select two. Main components of a Linux distribution.
Let me see.
A and E. Okay, let me see. A and So the answer is A and E.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
That's correct. Okay. Okay, we are done. Zoe, tumemaliza.
Could you please like repeat the answers for question 5? Juu zimefanya kushafuliwa, so
The kernel and the complementary tools. All right, guys, I hope everyone has 100% in your cases. Everyone has a 1 in their lab, right? And I hope today you have chatted on the chat box, you have unmuted, you have asked questions, because this is how you're going to get marks. All right, so guys, I today have an announcement, 2 announcements actually. The common one that I'll keep on repeating until nione mmenielewa, that I see that you guys have understood me. Kindly do your labs, do your cases. Right now, in just 2 days, we've had 3 labs, all right? And in the afternoon, we're going to have our 4th lab. And the cases, they're now 12. In the afternoon, there'll be 13. Guys, don't be left behind. And me, I'm not lying to you. Remember yesterday we said if we see that you're not committed, it makes us feel like we're not doing enough, right? And we need to ensure that you guys do your cases, you guys do your labs, you guys are talking to us, you're talking on the chat. So kindly, guys, be as engaging, do your cases and do your labs. That's the only
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, Manska. So I think Joy will be rejoining in a few, maybe network inasumbua kidogo. I can see she's still here with us. Let's give her a minute, she'll be back. But chenye anasema ni serious, by the way. I say labs, cases. Yes, welcome back, Joy.
Thank you, Patrick. My internet has done that thing. I'm sorry. Thank you, Patrick, for that. And then the second announcement, I was saying that I'm creating a short tutorial. I'm creating a short tutorial to show you how to launch your instances and how to access your instances. I'm going to share them on the WhatsApp groups. And we are going to share with you the recordings for these lessons as well with you. Patrick and I are going to share with you. And you guys, if you have a question, feel free to ask either me or Patrick. We're here for you guys. And then finally, the last announcement. You see, for the next module that is Linux command line, right? It's called the Linux command line. When you're coming to the class at 2 p.m., all right? When you're coming to the class at 2 p.m., kindly make sure that you do what we have told you today. So kindly ensure that you have your own EC2 instance. You can create your key. You can create your own security key, and then ensure that. Let me just have my video off. All right, so ensure create your own EC2 instance, download your PEM key and SSH into it, and then Patrick is going to show us where to go. Don't forget to keep on restarting your labs and all that. I hope that's okay with you guys. Amy, we see you and we'd love to help you. So anyone that has a problem, you can remain after this class and we're going to help you out. Otherwise, have a great afternoon. Lunch break, we meet here at 2 p.m. Sharon, yes?
Is there anyone using Mac to help me? Because I get stuck. I keep getting an error. Right
All
now
right.
it's saying the private key doesn't have permission, so I don't know what that is.
All right, just remain behind. We are going to sort it out. All right, anyone else? Anyone else? If you have an issue, kindly remain after this. Everyone else, if you're good, kindly you can leave the meeting for your lunch. So Amy, kindly you can share your screen and unmute yourself. We talk.
Okay.
Hello, Joy. Hello.
Yes, Alphas.
Okay, I had shared with you a screenshot of what I did on WhatsApp. I don't know if you've seen it.
Yes, I've seen exactly that. That's what you're supposed to see.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Karibu. Amy, kindly unmute. We can't hear you.
Okay. I'm unmuted.
All right. So let me know what problem are you facing?
I'm still encountering the same error that I had before.
All right.
So let me restart. So,
Patrick? And kindly remember to restart your lab so that you get additional time.
okay. Let me restart again. It's at 58. That's okay, right?
Yes, yes, it's okay.
Okay, over here, I create a new key pair. Hello.
Hi.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, yes. So, all right. Yes, create a new key pair. Call
I
it.
already have
Just create a new one. It's okay. Or have you deleted? Okay, just create a new one so that we be sure. And all right, you can call it Amy. It's okay. Just use your nice name. You can call it Amy. And are you on Windows or Linux? You're on Windows, so APK. All right, it's downloaded. All right, scroll down. Yes, choose Lab VPC. All right, and scroll down. Yes, you have SSH, and you can launch your instance. Your instance is up. All right, what did you call your instance?
Landly.
All right, you have 2 Landlys.
Yeah. Oh, the
You have
previous one that we were doing, and also this one I've also called it Landly.
All right. So for this one, you have to rename it as Landly 1 so that we get to know the IP address. Yes. All right. All right. So now we go to your PuTTY. I don't know whether Patrick is here. Let me just call him kidogo too. Just give me or is there anyone here who Reg, you succeeded with PuTTY. Kindly can you help her out? Reg?
Yes.
Can you kindly help her out now configuring the PuTTY?
Okay, where's the IP address?
The IP address is there.
Of COVID.
You just open your PuTTY.
Okay. I've opened
Okay,
it.
okay, paste that public IP address there on
Okay.
host name or IP address.
Okay.
Then where it's written connection. Yeah, the connection. No. Yeah, okay. Yeah, then set to 30. Then go to your SSH, where it's written SSH. Yeah. Just expand it. Just click on, yeah. Then auth, expand it as well.
Credentials. Okay.
Then credentials. Then browse to select your, click on browse. That's the file that you downloaded.
No, it's not the file. It's the keeper that I. It's
Okay,
the
click on
keeper.
open. Okay. And then click on open. Yeah, open down there.
Accept.
Yes, accept.
Okay. So hapa ndio inanisumbua. Let me try. I click enter, right?
Now you write EC2.
EC2.
Then -user.
Oh.
No, not like that. Remove that.
Yeah, I've seen it.
It's EC2 and then -user.
Okay, like that.
Yeah,
Now
like
it's
that. Yeah,
so
then
I
enter.
can. Oh, okay.
It's okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's okay. It's fine now. Then you can type man space man.
Over here.
Yeah. Man space man. Enter.
Oh.
It's okay. Now you can just go back and submit.
Oh, they. And here.
Go to the Vocarium, submit. Thank you so much, Rich. Thank you so much. Yes. Wait for it to give you 1 out of 1. Very nice. Wait for the report. Very nice. And then you can end your lab. You can log out of your console if you're not done, or if you're done, you just, yeah. So thank you so much, Ridge. And Amy, I'm happy that you got help. I don't know if anyone else has Karibu.
Oh, also yesterday's lab, I had an issue. I was stuck. Kuna mali nilikuwa with an error, so I had to restart. I got stuck.
Which part? Actually, yesterday's lab, we've redone it today. Yesterday's lab was to launch an EC2 instance, and we've done that. So you can
Oh,
just try it again. Yeah. We're actually
okay.
building on it. Yes. So the first lab was to access the console. Yesterday's lab was to launch an EC2 instance. And today we've launched a new EC2 instance and we have been able to SSH into it. All right. So we are just building on it step by step.
No, because it could be.
Amy, just redo it. If you face any issue, you'll let me know.
It's okay. It's okay.
All right. Where are you facing an issue? Brian, well, I don't know. Try refresh or using another browser. And also, I don't know, is it like, does it happen when you are going to another lab as well? For example, was the account on cleanup for yesterday's lab and you couldn't access today's lab?
No, it's today's lab.
Oh, it's today's lab. Okay, just wait for it. Or you can even just log out of your canvas and close everything up and then try to reboot everything up and you'll tell me if it works.
Joy,
All right, guys.
can you
Yes.
help me? It's Sharon. You said that
Yes.
you're going to help me after class and
All right.
still
All
waiting.
right. Mm-hmm.
Should I share my screen?
Yes, please.
So this is where I am right now. I've renamed here to Labuza 1 and also keep pair name to Lanley 1. I've created a new key pair name.
Called Lanley 1, okay.
So then now let me launch it.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, maybe all instances. So yeah, this is the one I think we're using right now, right?
Yes.
Abusawa. Yeah, so after here, I think I'm supposed to.
Yes.
So I don't know what to do from here.
All right. So change your directory to downloads. Change your folder on the Z shell. Do you know how to do this? Let me get you the command. That is on Mac. How do you change your folders? Let me just read through this again.
I go to the downloads and then I rename.
All right. I don't want us to rename. Okay, just go. Can you open the Z shell? Can you open the Z shell on your downloads?
Yeah.
Yes. Can you open the Z shell on your, okay. I get you. All right, so there type able type CD downloads. I see if it's going to work.
One word.
CD space downloads. What has he said? Okay, so you're on downloads.
Yeah.
All right. So next, I want you to type this. Just a second. All right, good. Just a second. I want you to type what we have on our Vocarium. So, can you go to your Vocarium? Type chmod. Chmod.
Yeah.
Chmod. And then 400 space 400. Chmod space 400 and then landly1.pem.
Space before Landy or
Yes.
Landy1.
And then enter.
So chmod space 400 space Landy1. That's it.
Yes.
Command not found.
Chmod. Mod does not have an E at the end. Chmod. Let me just copy for you the command here. Let me just copy this command for you. chmod space 400 space lanly1.pem. I'm going to copy it on this chat. chmod 400 lanly. You called it lanly1, Cindy? .pem. So copy that to your Z shell. And then enter .pem. Remember the chmod, it's just chmod. There's nothing else. Yes. It imekubali. All right. So then next, I need you to write this lanly1.pem EC2 user. So copy lanly user at. Okay, just copy that SSH -I SSH. Just copy it. Yes. Copy all of it and then paste it. And then after user, yes, type at at the symbol at. Yes, and then go to your console. Go to your console. Go to your console and then check for select lab user 1. All right, copy the public IPv4 address, that one. Just copy, yes. And then come paste it after the at on the Z shell. And then enter. And then type yes. Yes, we want to call SSH. So just type yes. Very nice. So you've been able to SSH into your EC2. Now just type man, MAN space MAN. Enter. Very nice. So you can be able to see the manual of Linux. Once you're done, just click type Q. Just click the key Q on your keyboard to exit. Yes, and then you can type exit and you're done. So have you understood what we've done? So the commands on the vocarium, they're the ones that you'll still be using. So go back to your vocarium. All right, exit. Go back to your vocarium and submit. No, don't end. Submit. Yes. Wait for it to give you a grade of 1. So have you understood? We changed mode to 400 with your lanly1. PIM key, and then we SSH into your EC2 server. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
that is well understood. Thank you.
all right, karibu. So, guys, anyone else with an issue?
Joy,
Yes, Ivy.
I also have an issue.
Okay.
Let me share my screen.
All right.
You can see my screen.
Yes, you can see your screen.
Okay. So ilikuwa ina time out then inasema inactive again.
Okay. Wapi?
Kwa SSH.
Okay. And ulikuwa umesucceed kutype demand man?
Not really. Haikuwa inaniletea login option.
Okay. Amy, are you here?
Yes, I'm still here.
All right. Now that you've learned how to use PuTTY, can you kindly guide Ivy? All right, just copy the public IPv4 and then open the PuTTY. And yes, so Amy. All right. Amy, kindly
Okay.
unmute your help, friend.
Okay, so go to sessions.
I've already pasted the IP address.
Oh, go to connection. Yeah, type that. Then go back to sessions at the top. Oh, okay. Okay, go to it. It's okay. It's supposed to bring.
To bring what?
When you go, return to sessions again. Okay, that's it. Okay, go to SSH. Go to connection, then SSH. Connection.
I'm already here. Credentials.
Okay, credentials.
Supposed to be SSH auth then credentials.
Credentials. So you can open your file over there.
Here's my key.
Yeah, use it. Open it. Then open again.
So you see over here, it doesn't give me the option for logging in and it will just time out.
Oh, okay. Oh, like it doesn't let you accept or cancel it.
Yeah, so connection timed out. Then over here it says inactive. Yes.
Okay, did you use the same key pair?
It's the same one for this instance, Lanley. Yeah, it's Labuza.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Maybe we'll communicate to Teacher Patrick about that.
It's okay. He's joining us in a second.
Okay.
Yeah, just wait for him. Kidogo too, he's joining us.
It's okay.
Don't unshare. Just wait for him to. Let me stop the recording.